Who's ready for the weekly bust? You're in the right place if you came to catch the show. Tithe and Levi are the names of your host. Who the next guest is, I really wanna know. Conversation escalating, let's get to the show. Who's ready for the weekly bust?
Episode 10, Season 3. Welcome. We have Wesley Killeagle of Killeagle Promotions.
You know it. Look at the fucking chain. Look at the belt that's in front of us. That is the fight promotion company that he's representing and that he owns. He does bare knuckle as well. He's getting familiar with us. We're familiar with him. And he's going to give us some fucking amazing content tonight. So I hope you guys are
Go to the first slide.
Live, baby, with the weekly bust.
Isn't that the first one?
No.
Wesley, thanks for coming in, man.
Thanks for having me.
How was the travel?
It was good.
Number 2.
It was nice.
Did you see any cool shit?
That is number 2.
Not really.
No?
Same old, but
It's kind of a shitty travel that way, huh?
No, it's nice. Mountains and,
Do you go through a pass or anything?
No.
No, it's just...
Hit Haver and straight south.
Is it? Fuck, man. it's just
It's like going to Hayes.
There's just nothing out there, man.
Right?
It's just barren. You know what I mean? You gotta find the beauty when you're doing it because it's not in your face like flatheaded shit.
One of the first times smoking weed, we were going up to Hayes, and I fucking slept all there. So I had no idea where I was. On the way back, I just wake up, I'm in Havre, town pump. I was like, I was like, all right.
Done that before. Woke up in the back of my buddy's, Explorer. Woke up in the back at Town Pump in Glasgow. What the hell are we doing here? Well, we're going to Wolf Point. Okay.
Yeah, well, I'm
Nice sleep.
hunker back down, I
The
guess.
young trips that you would wild your life with, dude, were so fun, dude. I have so many reckless, like, why the fuck did I risk my life like that for no reason? But they made some great memories, dude. I really did. Like, you just wake up, you're like, where the fuck am I? Oh, new town, new place, cool. That was fun. Early 20s were wild.
Yeah. Used to party in Malta, Havre. Malta's 17 miles away from Dodson. Havre's 70 miles away from Dodson. I remember leaving the bar, waking up outside the house in the driver's seat.
Wow.
For those who don't know, that's where he traveled from today, was out in Dodson.
And where he said
Montana.
he's heading back, actually.
How far is the total trip?
About 3 hours.
Holy fuck, that is a long trip. That's from here to Billings, really.
Yeah.
200 miles or more.
Same from Dodson to
When did you get to
Billings.
town?
I got to town about 4:30.
Did you get any grub?
No, not here. I got Subway and Havre and just didn't want to be too heavy for the show. I'm already, big. But
Yeah, I was just curious.
Same. You know how it goes.
I'm the little guy, dude. I think look, I'm the little guy of this crew here.
It's alright, though.
I just wanted to see if maybe you tasted any restaurants in Great Falls while you touched down. That was my main purpose behind that question, because we just talked about best in Great Falls and who's our favorite restaurants and shit.
I think I didn't mention Missouri River Diner, and I love that place.
I don't think I've ever done there. Where's that at?
Shout out. Right by the river, 9th Street Bridge.
Nope, definitely haven't eaten there. Crazy.
Fire.
I'll have to try it out, man. Great suggestion, thanks.
I was trying to go to B-Dubs or Arby's or...
Nice.
Nice. I get
You don't get this body by eating good. So
Well, you're living good then, right?
No.
Let's think about. I want to change tunes here. For people who are just tuning in, or even in ourselves, who are you, my man?
Well, I am Wesley Killeagle Jr. Born and raised Dodson, Montana. Used to be a knucklehead. Used to be an alcoholic, really bad. As a matter of fact, I got played in here. My whole cheek was redone. Been ran over 3 times. One time's drunk. The other 2 times I was 3 years old. But
Wow.
Holy shit! Were the plates from the childhood incident or as the adult incident?
adult incident. 3 bottles of vodka and a woman that's now an ex.
Dang.
Wow.
Dude, abusive. Domestic violence.
Oh, she loved me.
Finance. That's right. And that's how you know.
If you guys don't know anything about that, that's some funny shit, dude. That's a good skit. Who does that skit? He's the guy that does No Jumper, right?
No.
It isn't him?
No.
Was he a guest on it?
Maybe. Definitely.
Anyways, go ahead, man. Give us some background, man.
So, yeah.
What made you, where are you coming from?
Well, let me Actually, let me introduce myself in Nakota language, if you don't mind.
Yeah, fuck yeah, dude. I'm down with that.
So, Amba Washte Medagwabi, Daya Wachimnaga, Ani Nakota Anishinaabe, Shemacha, Jaze Tawa Wesley Killeagle Jr., J Magiabi, Mikushi Leona Canterberger, J Hiabi, Mitugashi Frank Cole, J Hiabi, Mikushi Sarah Killeagle, J Hiabi, Mitugashi Leslie Killeagle, J Hiabi, Ina Iris Killeagle, J Hiabi, Ade Wesley Killeagle Sr., J Hiabi, Mitawi Ju Hutnahe, J Hiabi, Wachashkabi Wakba Ewati. So, good day, my relatives. It's good to see you.
Fuck yeah, that's what I was picking up.
That's awesome.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
I'm with all that. That was, dude. I felt honored to hear that, dude. Like, to be honest with you, that was cool to hear that line out.
I know my wife actually taught me. She's teaching me and my kids the Nakota language.
Are you trying to get fluent?
Trying to.
Yeah,
Wow.
are you getting pretty good?
No, not as good as my kids.
I would love to learn Cree, man. Well, yeah, it's hard, dude. Like, because my biological father, he's not fluent, but he speaks pretty well. And when he tries to, it's just weird to teach your tongue that, dude. Like the movements after trying to, English is already a complicated language.
Yeah,
if you ask
English
anyone-
already feels like 2 languages in an overcoat. You know what
Right,
I mean?
no, it's a really super complicated language. And if anyone in the world will tell you that, they're like, it's a really tough language to pick up because there's a lot of slang, there's a lot of meanings. And for us, like, I have my tongue trained to complete solid English, dude. So when I try to say the words that he's teaching, like, I just feel like I can roll my tongue if I'm really going to speak, like, Spanish. But it's not the same of rolling your tongue, like, with speaking native or your native language. You know what I mean? It's way different. It's almost like speaking German. Would you agree? Have you tried? Never?
Maybe once at that museum in Pablo.
Oh, nice.
Like, you ever tried doing like, sessions?
Oh, what?
No, never. Like
What is that,
from a
like
family member, I guess.
Sailor Scootney
Yeah,
Museum?
I think that would be.
Nice. All right, sorry. Go ahead, man. We get sidetracked.
So, yeah, that was my introduction in the language.
Thanks for that. That's awesome.
Yeah, that was sweet to hear it.
That was for my wife, Winona.
Shout
when
out
you watch,
Winona.
Hey,
When you
keeping
watch it,
the
they love
language
you.
strong.
So why
That's
not?
awesome.
Winona, yeah.
Winona.
Or I call her Winona.
Winona, okay.
Just like fine wine, she gets better with age.
Hey.
There you go.
Yeah, I love her. She's getting ready for her commitment right now, so she probably won't watch this till next week.
What's that mean? Like military commitment? Or?
No, Sundance.
Oh, dude, cool.
Okay.
Cool. That's going to be rigorous, huh?
Yeah. And
Yeah, I mean, I heard the ritual is pretty. Unfortunately, where I heard about it, I was locked up. You know, I mean, I done some shit, and I had a cellmate that was telling me about it. And I was fucking. He's like, that shit's rugged, dude.
Yeah, it's well, since you guys don't know, I can tell you, they suffer.
Yeah.
That's the main part is they suffer for the people.
Yep.
They're not doing it for them. They're doing it for the people.
It's a sacrifice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, like, that's why I asked. I mean, like, when I heard those words, I was like, I wonder what he means by that. I didn't know. Cool. Well, cheers to her, man, and cheers to her sacrifice, or honor, or whatever however you would say it or word it. I mean, it would be a sacrifice, right?
Well, she,
To the people,
Right.
to the future. Nice, dude.
hoping you suffer
people
good.
fast. Yeah, people fast all the time for the same purposes.
Yeah,
You
she
know what
did
I mean?
that. She did that a couple weeks ago. We just got back from there, from her doing that.
Nice, prepping for
Mhm.
the commitment.
Yeah.
I bet you it is way harder, dude. You know what I mean? Like,
She's a
I don't know
strong
the
woman.
exact details because, like, it was told to me like fucking 7 years ago, probably maybe more now. And I remember I was blown away, dude. I was like, no way, dude. He's like, dude, I was dead serious, dude. It's for real, dude.
Yeah. This is it's an experience,
Cool, man.
So, what is Killeagle Promotions, and what do you guys?
So
what do you
Killeagle
guys all
Promotions is promoting a better future. We do a lot of things, but one of our main things we do, our heart and soul, is putting on MMA, boxing, bare knuckle boxing, bare knuckle MMA fights to help try to raise money and awareness for childhood cancer.
So this is different than BKFC, man, because it is ground and pound, and like there's action where, dude, I knew there was a different version, bro. When I went to
It's like a
BKFC,
strength street fight,
it is.
right?
Yeah, with trained fighters though.
Trained
Yeah,
fighters,
exactly.
obviously, yeah,
Yeah.
sanctioned. I knew there was a difference, dude. I fucking felt like
Bare knuckle
when I went to the
MMA.
first bare knuckle
Okay.
and I realized it was boxing. It was fucking for real boxing. I was like, oh, this is boxing. And then I seen your promotions actually before BKFC. I didn't know that it was your promotions at that time. Matter of fact, like it was through Sean's shit that he was posting. I was like, dude, that looks dope. But I didn't. I thought it was MMA. I didn't realize it was bare knuckle.
It is. It's bare knuckle MMA.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't know. I mean, with
Well, you know that now,
gloves,
right.
yeah. I thought it had gloves for sure. I didn't pay enough attention to that shit at the time.
That was the same as, BKFC, wrap your wrists, whatever.
Yeah, wraps.
Knuckles are completely bare. And, Sean Ibsen reached out to me 2019 and said, hey, can you do a bare knuckle MMA? So let's look into it. Shot my insurance up a little bit, but hey, it was worth it. We had Montana's first ever bare knuckle MMA match in Malta, Montana with Sean Ibsen taking on Desmond Johnson. And Sean came
It's
on
gonna
top.
be like a first in fucking probably the area surrounding states. I bet you even because it's a hybrid sport. You
Yes,
know,
I
it's
never heard
hella
of it.
new. Yeah,
I've heard there's only like maybe 3 or 4 promotions in the whole country that do it.
that makes a whole lot of sense,
You know,
dude. So you're a fucking pioneer, dude.
I've had guys from Florida, North Carolina, Georgia get a hold of me, Michigan wanted bare knuckle MMA. And I said, how'd you guys hear about me? How'd you guys hear about us, I should say. They said there's only a few organizations in the whole country that do bare knuckle MMA. You're one of them, so.
And there you... Hell yeah.
That is fucking awesome, dude. I didn't know, I didn't really know the level like that it was big. I mean, because it rang bells with me when I realized, I was like, dude, those guys are on the ground and shit, dude.
So Sean brought it up to you?
Yeah.
Sean, was
asked
this
if
something
they
you
could
ever
do it.
thought about? Before that?
No, never really thought about it until he asked me. I didn't know.
Were you doing fight promotions prior?
We did one before he got a hold of me a year before. We used to do them once a year in Malta.
Yeah.
Just to try to raise money for childhood cancer research. Try to give back a little bit to the Highline because they gave us so much when my daughter was going through cancer in 2017. So that was our way to try to give back, not only to the Highline but to children with cancer.
Yeah, yep, absolutely. When you say we, is that who's all referenced into that we?
In the Killeagle Promotions.
Yes.
Yeah, who is
That's me, my wife Winona, and our kids.
You guys, it's a family unit.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, dude. Keep it in. Cool.
I mean my sons help me put up the cage. The girls help me put up chairs, tables. I mean, it's a whole family production.
Yeah, it's like, clear your Friday. We got a stage to set up. You know what I'm saying?
Well, the kids, they get excited. When's our next fight? When's our next fight? So let them know, and then good. We get to set up the cage and let them play in there.
Every small business owner starts out usually just with their family, dude.
Mm-hmm.
I just seen a meme the other day that said, when you're the spouse of a small business owner, you involuntarily become the new secretary to your spouse. You know what I mean? And you don't realize it, but I mean, it takes a lot of work and a lot of support from your team. And if your team is your family, man, fucking takes a lot of work to put it together to make shit work.
Well, what makes us a little harder is, I live in Dodson, and my wife lives in Fraser, hour and a half away, and she works in Poplar, so we only get to see each other on weekends. Sometimes we don't even get to see each other on weekends.
Fuck,
I haven't
that's
seen her in a
tough.
couple of weeks.
Oh,
in person,
wow.
So.
Okay.
Sounds like you're busy a lot, though. You know what I mean? You
Yeah.
keep yourself, like from what I picked up, it seems like you keep yourself a lot, really busy. You're traveling a lot and shit.
Yeah, and I keep the kids with me. In Dodson with me, I got 5 kids, so it's 2 my biological. I got my stepson from my last marriage, and then a couple fosters. So I got 5 different personalities coming at me at once, but it's worth it. Every one of them, they love these fights, and when we sit and watch BKFC or UFC on TV, they usually come back there and watch it with me.
Nice, dude. So it's a family function inside and out, dude. And
Yeah.
it's a family
Everybody
enjoyment
loves
as well.
it. I mean, like you're just seeing, his daughter put the helmet on the fucking, what you call him,
Yeah.
Bob?
On Bob,
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, his child
Yeah.
is definitely involved. And matter of fact, you've brought her up a few times. Do you want to, would you like to go over any details on your daughter?
So, what started the whole idea of Killeagle Promotions? I'll get into that.
Yeah,
And then,
absolutely. I think it's a
bring up
perfect
the
segue
daughter and
anyways.
stuff.
Yeah.
So, what started Killeagle Promotions is in 2017. This is January 2017. My daughter was 7 months old at the time. I took her into IHS in Fort Belknap. She had some kind of lump on her right side. And so I took her in, and you know, that was a whirlwind day. It was a very difficult day. I was me and my 2 other kids trying to get hold of my sister to come help me with the kids, and she was busy. They said they had to send us to Havre to get some tests done, some more tests, and that really freaked me out. I'm like, what's going on here? They said, we don't know. We need to, you know, take some pictures and whatnot. Finally got a hold of my sister. She came with me to Havre, and from Havre, they told us, you need to get back here. We need to do one more test, and, you know, I was like, okay. We raced back to Fort Belknap.
Fucking parents worse for you, man.
They didn't take us in to get blood work. They took us in this room. My sister was with me, thank God. My parents picked up the other 2 kids, and we went in this room. And they told me to sit down. So I sat down. My sister was holding my baby. And they looked at us. Well, I was a single father at the time, too, by the way.
Oh, okay.
My ex and I just kind of split a couple months before that.
First child?
No, second child.
Okay.
So
Oh, yeah, that's right. You said you have a
Wait,
son.
and how old was
That's
she
right.
at the time?
she was 7 months.
Oh, okay.
What's your son's name?
Lance.
How old is he?
He's 14.
Nice. Okay.
He does
You're a
everything.
13-year-old. I get it, dude.
He's going through puberty and
Is it weird, man? It's fucking weird, huh?
yeah, because I gotta buy lotion all the time now.
I'm like, what the fuck's this crusty sock that I'm pouring for, man? The thing started to move by itself. Crawling.
Yeah. But yeah, with his deep voice and everything, yeah, it is. Yeah.
Mine got the transition of deep voice. You know, his voice is starting to squeak around. You know.
That's what his was at first. He's finally over that stage, and yeah, he's deep. I mean, deep.
Oh no.
Yeah,
And,
so
you can be big chief before you know it.
Okay.
Man.
woke up one day and he's like, Dad, get up.
What the fuck? Who the fuck are you?
Hey, man, back up. I got a knife, bro. What the fuck?
If you wear glasses, you don't got glasses. You're like, who the fuck's in my house?
Hey, watch out, I sleep with a knife. Dad, it's me. Okay.
That's hilarious, by the way. Okay,
Sorry
anyway,
about that. Yeah, back-
we detoured
back to that.
your story about your daughter and why the promotion. But
How'd you sit
I
down?
wanted to see who your son was, and by the way, you mentioned him as well. So.
Well, I got another daughter, Ivis, too. She's middle child.
Oh shit.
Yeah, she's
Okay.
the one. She's the one that's showing you videos of him and
Oh
Bob.
shit. Okay.
Yeah.
So he's
that
got
makes
3
sense.
kids and 2 fosters, 5 kids total.
Yeah.
Fuck, that makes sense. All right.
But
Sorry,
anyway,
it's hard. I'm trying to keep up here, man. I'm trying to keep up.
and anyways, we sitting in that room, and my cousin was one of the nurses, so she came in and with the doctor and stuff, and I said, what's going on? And they told me, they said, we suspect your daughter has cancer. And hearing that, you guys ever watch the movies when they tell you got cancer? Everything goes,
Yeah.
that
Like
is
slows?
dead on. It's dead on. I mean, I heard
world
nothing.
stopped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I heard nothing.
I don't fucking want to imagine that, dude. Oh,
It's-
I'm
it's-
sorry that you had to witness and experience that.
I mean, I can only imagine what it was like from, if I heard it for myself, but hearing it about my daughter,
Yeah.
that's a whole different level. And,
Yeah.
I saw the lips moving on my cousin and the doctor, and nothing was registering. It's like, it was like I was in the Charlie
man,
Brown
dude.
cartoon. Wah, wah, wah. That's all I heard. And finally, kind of sank in a little bit. I was like, stop. I was like, what? I was like, she can't have cancer. She's a baby. I said,
Yeah.
babies don't get cancer.
Right.
They said, are you sure it's cancer? They said, well, we can't diagnose her here. We can't be 100% sure. I said, well, why are you telling me this? Kind of get mad a little bit. But they don't have the ability to diagnose at IHS. They just don't. So they told me I had to go home. They're going to set up an appointment in either Denver or Salt Lake or Seattle. They told me to go home and get it all taken care of. This is on a Friday, by the way. And it's at 5 o'clock in the afternoon.
So nothing over the weekend.
Yeah,
So what
exactly.
the fuck, dude?
So I go home and I told them, well, on Monday I'm going to go to work. They said, no, just stay home. Wait for a call. I said, well, if we have to go somewhere, I want to save up leave. I want to save up my time. So the weekend was just, man, that was terrible. It was a long weekend.
No, I bet.
Cried so much,
Fuck, dude.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
talk about-
Hours feel like days almost.
Yeah. I talked myself.
I have a really bad anxiety, dude, and just hearing that story, and I've been experiencing anxiety today, and just feeling, dude, I cannot imagine the fucking emotional fucking wear on your body at that
Dude.
time, dude.
I mean, it's
Holy fuck, bro.
gut wrenching.
That's fucking
Be
crazy,
careful
buddy.
with your camera, Chris.
That's crazy. Fuck.
But Monday I went to work, waiting for the call, and it didn't come. And
How are you gonna miss that call?
well, finally
It's fucking nuts. Like,
finally at noon, I was like, okay, something's going on here. You know, I called IHS. Well, I asked for the doctor. Well, the doctor wasn't in.
for those that don't know what that IHS is, go ahead.
Indian Health Service.
Mm-hmm.
It's where you go to try to get better.
Yeah, I want details, and sorry, so I'll interrupt you in your story.
No,
just
that's
to get
fine,
the
that's
details,
fine.
Small details and shit for me.
So, yeah, the doctor wasn't in that day. I was like, oh, what the, you know, waiting for this doctor. Well, it turns out she had a family emergency, really big family emergency, so I don't blame her.
Sure.
But another doctor got on and said, yeah, I overheard what was going on. I know it's, I kind of know what's going on a little bit. I'm trying to see if we can get her in. Well,
That's the fucking last thing you want to hear. I kind of know what's going on with your daughter right now.
Yeah. Well, it's kind
At
of
least
knowing
it was
is
a
better
little
than
reassuring.
nothing.
You had
Yeah.
better than nothing, I suppose.
Yeah,
Right?
Yeah, you just hear the
exactly.
big C word, and
Yeah.
you're like,
Fuck.
oh, you know.
Yeah, then you get second place. You're like, second place, doctor. No, where'd the fucker go that I needed? You know. I get that there's emergencies, but like, God, I mean, for you, you're like, dude, all I wanted is a real like certified.
Yeah. I mean, well, this doctor, she said, well, maybe I can get her in Billings. So she called Billings. She said, Billings can't handle this situation. She goes, where do you want to go? You know, the three options. And I got a lot of family in Seattle. You know?
Okay.
So I said, well, let's go to Seattle.
Okay.
And she goes, okay, I'll call him. And by this time, it's like 3 in the afternoon. She calls me back about 4. I used to run garbage for Phyllis County. We had to run it to Glasgow, so I'm in the truck, on the phone doing this stuff. And by the time she calls me back, it's about 4:30. I'm just pulling back into Malta, about to go up to the shop. And she's like, well, we can get you in Malta. When can you get there? So now I'm leaving now. I'll be gone tonight. I'll be there in the morning. She goes, whoa, hold on. You know, it's January.
Yeah.
I don't know if you ever traveled in passes in January, but
I've traveled all the passes in
traveled
January,
every
bro.
pass
It's
in
like,
Montana at various fucking times.
I'm talking about Snoqualmie. That,
yeah.
you know,
I
that's,
know Washington passes are weird, man.
Oh, no.
4th of July
I've never
pass
been to-
or
I've
July
never been to
July
that.
4th pass. That thing's notorious. Dude.
Yeah.
Because it's fucking
Oh, the 4th of July,
semi-travel
dude,
and
that
shit,
thing
I mean,
was-
it's fucking insane.
Well, you don't even think it's a pass, really. And
Yeah,
then all of a sudden
it
it's
just-
cruising
yeah,
along.
just-
Yeah, then you're
You're
trapped
just
between
winding
semis and
yeah,
shit.
you're
It's
just
fucking
winding
insane,
through.
dude.
It's just wide.
Yeah.
Last time I went through, I think, was like March 29th. We were heading to the Tool concert. It was like blizzarding up top, and everywhere else was sunny. I was like,
Yeah.
what the hell, bro? So I
that
get
pass
it,
is
yeah.
fucking nuts, dude.
Yeah, it's
But no.
4th of July is nothing compared to Snoqualmie. Though.
Really?
Yeah.
Is it fucking wild?
Snoqualmie is just like straight down. You better have good brakes and
Really?
Is that right?
yeah, it's
See, I
fun.
never drove to Seattle, so.
Yeah, it's a fun pass when there's snow on there. I tell you what. Now I've driven that with snow on it before.
I'm terrible passenger, so when I traveled through Washington a lot, I just slept. You know, you're supposed to look at things as a tourist or something, you know. But I'm that guy. Like, remember what I was just saying earlier at the beginning of this episode? Is like, I just wake up. Oh shit, we're here. Okay, fuck yeah, let's go. You know what I mean? Like, I saved all my energy for the landing. You know what I mean?
I'm too busy. Like when I'm driving and stuff, my kids will point out, "Oh, look at that! Look at that!" I said, "I can't. I'm driving."
Mr. Careful.
See,
Um,
and I'm Mr. See Everything.
And that's you?
Yeah.
You're the tour viewer?
I can't sleep, and I'm usually driving, so. Maybe not. I mean, if I'm in the passenger seat, I'm usually can't sleep. But if
So,
I'm driving, I'm still looking around.
so when you land down in Seattle, I mean, do you have an idea of what kind of cancer it might have been?
No, and by the time we got to Seattle,
So you
I
don't even have a fucking idea.
No.
That's so wild, dude. That blows
well,
my
we
mind.
knew it was something with the liver.
Some of the liver.
But over that weekend, I talked myself into thinking it was cancer. I talked myself into thinking it was something else, something
Right.
that's not major. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. So when we get to Seattle, I'm thinking, well, they can take care of this. I only packed for a couple days.
Sure.
And my sister is looking for a vehicle at the time. And I told her, find something out here, we'll drive it home. Because we flew out there.
Yeah.
So I said, yeah, this is on a Tuesday, we fly into Seattle. And I said, if you find something, we'll drive it home this weekend. Because that's what I thought we were going home by the
Wow.
weekend. But get to the ER in Seattle, and they put her through a bunch more tests. We're in there all day. But the craziest thing, when I knew we was in Seattle, was in the ER in the Children's Hospital. The Seattle Children's Hospital, there's a Starbucks.
Wow.
Nice.
right there, so.
And you're like,
I knew it was in Seattle.
Yeah, this feels like Seattle,
That's
right?
Totally, yeah.
So that was my breakfast. I can't remember what I got there, but Anyways,
Does it taste better in Seattle?
One of their little egg biscuit things that they got going on.
there's a banana bread I had.
Their food is good, dude. Their food is good.
I don't know what their coffee tastes like, but you know,
Ooh,
yeah.
coffee's fire.
You didn't have their coffee?
I'm not really a coffee drinker. I get too jittery and I can't.
Yeah, it's so good though, man. They do make the best cup of coffee. That's my opinion.
I know my sister really likes Starbucks.
Yeah, I mean,
Both my sisters.
my old lady likes City Brew, but I'm just not City. I think it's too sweet, man. Coffee's such a weird connoisseur thing. Like, you gotta love it or hate it. It's one of the options.
See, and I'm starting to like True Brew downtown.
I love True Brew too.
I know a lot of names like Tim Hortons, but if I drink coffee, it's Albertson's brand.
Really?
Well, because I don't drink coffee that much, so why am I going to spend so
Why,
much?
why do you care? Yeah,
Yeah.
does that make sense?
Select. Hell yeah.
Or you can be like the real coffee drinker. The real coffee drinker also don't give a fuck.
French press. Yeah, they're like,
just give me the fucking coffee.
they're like, I don't even care if it's grainy.
Yeah. So when you touched down Seattle, like how fast was the process?
I mean, we was in the ER all day.
They put you in the ER?
Yeah.
That's what.
Well, that's where they told us to go, is the ER, so they can run all these tests and stuff.
Good, isn't it?
And
I know this is this is a process that I have no idea how it works, man.
well,
So
no,
just weird to
a lot of people don't, and I also signed up to be like an advocate at Seattle Children's, so
nice.
going through some stuff like that to help guide people. Yeah, it was in the ER. We got there at 9 in the morning, and was there all day. Didn't really eat nothing. I have a cousin that's over there. She brought us some food and water and stuff like that. And then about 5, 6 in the afternoon, they finally told us, well, we're gonna admit her for the night. So okay, that sounds good to me.
Makes sense.
And so we get in the elevator, we're going up, and I'm just, talking to the nurse, looking at all the lights in the elevator. They make it kid-friendly,
Mm-hmm.
And get up to the top, and we start to walk through these doors, and I happen to look up. There's the 8th floor of the Forest in the Seattle Children's. And look up above the door, and it says Forest Cancer Unit. And I stopped. I stopped dead in my tracks. I said, hey, does she have cancer then? Well, we don't know yet. I said, well, what are we doing here? What are we doing in the cancer unit?
Yeah.
Well, we can't tell if she's got cancer or not yet. We have to go through more tests. I said, well, what do we, just kind of freaking out.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, what did she get admitted to this floor
Yeah,
for?
exactly.
I know where you're coming from.
But the nurses and stuff are so good over there, Mr. Killeagle, just calm down. This is the best place for her. If she does have cancer, this is the best place for her. They handled it good. So we walked in there. I don't think I slept that night. Really, maybe a couple hours. Fell asleep right before the sun came up, and I remember when I did wake up, there's 10 doctors in the room. And they're all going over paperwork, talking, and same thing.
That's kind of a little support. I mean, like, that's almost reassuring, but it's scary at the same time.
Exactly.
There's a ton of people there, but I'm glad there's a ton of fucking people there at the same time. Like, maybe they are, like, teaming up to fucking, like, obviously 10 minds of professional fields, especially doctors, together, you would want, because, like, the collective thought of those guys are like a hive. Okay, here's your team, and they had their specialized areas, dude. Was it wild to, like, was the energy fucking different? You're like, oh shit, you woke up, you see all these people.
It felt like I was in a dream. For the first
I bet, dude.
couple days, I thought I was in a dream. It took them 2 days before they finally came back with the official diagnosis of cancer. And then they had to do a biopsy to find out what kind of cancer. So at 7 months old, she was still 7 months old at this time, she went in and had her first surgery, which they took out a piece of her liver, and then they put a port in, the port to administer chemo.
Yeah.
Okay.
So 7 months old, she had her first surgery, and that was, filling out when I was in the Army, I filled out paperwork, my living will, all this stuff,
Yeah.
That was kind of difficult for me,
Absolutely, signing away your life.
Yeah, exactly, because, I was going to Iraq and I didn't know if I was coming back. But signing it for my daughter, signing in case of death papers for my daughter.
Do they go over? No, and I hate to ask the question, but I feel obligated to ask it. Like, do they go over metrics and fucking statistics of chemo in infants and shit? So you can evaluate the fucking risk and pros and cons. I mean, obviously, there's not much options, right? But there's got to be some kind of option too. So like, Because chemo's painful. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I know homies that have been through fucking painful chemo, dude. My best friend went through a painful chemo. Like, he had boils out of his skin and shit. Like, he had bad reactions to the radiation and shit that he was experiencing from all after the after effects.
Yeah,
So,
they told me it was gonna happen and stuff, but again, you know, nothing was registering for a couple days, you know. Excuse me. They gave me a big book to read through. So the first couple days, I went through that book. I mastered that book. I forget everything in it now, but
sure.
But
It was important then.
one thing that stuck out was 2 or 3 of those chemos that they gave her was in the high 90s that she's gonna get another cancer when she gets older. So there's, you know, you beat the cancer with something that's gonna give you cancer.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty much what it is.
What?
Chemo? Yeah.
Chemo's cancer causing?
Mm-hmm.
How the fuck didn't
Probably
I know
more
that?
times
dude?
than not.
How the fuck didn't I know that? I mean,
A
like,
lot of people
it
do
makes
bad with
sense
chemo.
because a lot of people, like, when they do experience chemo, like, and they get cancer returns, and it's 9 times out of 10, it's more rapid than the first time because of the, you know, maybe the chemo is an inducer. You know what I mean? It helps rapidify the virus within the virus cells within the fucking body. I wonder if that's a thing, dude. I don't even know. I didn't know that fucking chemo was cancer causing.
Yeah, I think that one is in the high 90s for colon cancer because in our last appointment last year, they said now we have to watch for colon cancer.
Does women, I mean, at least women have a lower chance though, right? At colon cancer?
I don't know. I know my
Like, maybe her gender, like, does biologically benefit her here.
yeah, my mother-in-law just got over colon cancer.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, so it does happen.
Yeah.
I guess I just never hear about women having colon cancer. It's weird.
It's
Do
cancer's just
Cancer's so weird, dude.
Cancer's
I guess
just shitty.
it is such a shitty thing, dude.
Right. But no, I don't think so.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, well, she was 8 months old when she first got that poison pumped in her, and they call it poison. It is poison.
Yeah.
I mean, and they told me it was chemo that was developed in the late 60s, early 70s, and developed for a 25-year-old grown body. That's all they have. They don't have any special kids' chemos. They just have to try to tweak it down the best they can for the age and
This is
size.
2017, right?
Mm-hmm. 2017, yes. So, you know, I was like, well, what the hell? You know, why don't we have anything better? That's when they told me that the childhood cancer research only gets 3% funding. And
Wow.
yeah, 3% of the funding for cancer research is childhood cancer.
How the fuck is that a thing?
Exactly. I was so upset.
Did you
That's
hear
what
that,
Wes is
people?
trying to figure out.
No, like, for those, I mean, like, that's a fucking massive statement that you said within that sentence alone carries a lot of weight, dude. You know how much money goes, I mean, obviously there's a lot of different cancers, and then we have our breast cancers, and the one, like, the colon cancers for men, and shit like that. We have a lot of money that get funneled into those things. If we see a lot of, you know, how many commercials do you see on television about childhood cancer hospitals and shit? A ton, dude. There's a lot.
Usually
St.
just the
Jude's.
St. Jude is
You know,
probably the one you'll see.
Well, but that's regional. You go to a different region, you'll have another one.
Mhm.
I swear to God, that's the thing, dude. So where the fuck's that money going? That's, you know, I mean, obviously, people asking that question probably often have a lot of trouble ahead of them, you know what I mean? But, like, seriously, 3%? That's a fucking decimal.
Yeah, that's nothing. How the hell are we gonna cure childhood cancer at that rate? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I mean, I
did see hope, though. Colon cancer had what, like, that experiment, a 10 out of 10 fucking patients successfully beat colon cancer with this new, I don't even know what it is, a pill? Or maybe it's injection. I just remember coming across it. It's a thing, dude. So
I'm not
Google
sure.
that, people. That was one thing I did want to put on the content, is that was a huge cancer was beat successfully out of 10 out of 10 patients that was with colon cancer. What the fuck was it, though?
Oh yeah, but it was the method. I think I seen something about that.
Yeah,
too.
no, it was a big thing, dude.
Different type of method.
It's a fucking big thing. Anyways, go ahead, man.
But yeah, 3% goes to childhood cancer. Anyways, yeah, 8 months old, she's getting this, and it made her sick. I mean, they told me it was gonna make her sick, and it made her sick. She was just a baby, only shit, I can't remember how heavy she was, but she lost 3 pounds in the first week of doing her chemo. And that's a lot of weight for a baby to lose.
Right. You said how many weeks?
In the first week?
No, how old was you?
Like
7 months,
7 or
right?
8 months.
She was 8 months when she first
So
had
how
that
much
poison
weight? I
plugged
mean,
in.
how many pounds was she at that point? Couldn't be very much.
No, she was a big baby, but like 20-some pounds, you know.
So, even at that, at how much weight did she lose the first week?
3 pounds.
Fuck.
Yeah, that was a lot of. So they put a feeding tube in her, and I remember that appointment. We were putting the feeding tube in. They were trying to put it in, and they were having a hell of a time. My baby's strong. I mean, she's strong, but they were trying to get it in. They finally got it in, and she pulled it out. So they had to put it back in again. They said, "Now, watch how we do this. We're gonna send you another tube. If she pulls it out when you guys are in the restaurant or something, you'll know how to put it back in." I said, "Nope, I'm coming back here." I said, "I'm not doing this myself."
Yeah.
And I didn't, you know, she did pull it out one time. I had to take her back, and yeah, she's
Yeah, I wouldn't have done it either.
No way, dude. I'm not a professional, dude. I'm going right back to you pros.
Shout out to the guy Ronnie and Michaela. Their daughter's on a feeding tube right now. Just got back from Seattle. She's a little baby.
Positive prayers for you guys.
So.
But shoot, lost my train of thought. Sorry.
No, you're good. You got a feeding tube placed in.
Took her back.
Oh, one of the things that they gave her when, you know, to help her with her strength and stuff, they gave her steroids.
Okay.
And they told me, they said, watch out for roid rage. I said, she's a baby. How bad can you get? Holy shit, man. She'd clench her fist. When she, I mean, it was crazy. You know,
The roids rage.
The baby's rage. That bad.
The baby rage.
yeah, she was. It was crazy watching her do that, and I was just wow. You know.
Wild.
But another thing they gave her, the one thing they gave her for the pain was oxycodone, liquid form, and that's one of the things my ex was addicted to. So she couldn't, you know.
Was she born as an addict?
Yeah,
Tough,
she
man.
was. You know, I don't want to say anything. My ex passed away in November, so.
Well, rest in peace. Condolences, my man.
Yeah.
But anyways, you know, when I seen what they prescribed her for her pain, I was like, isn't there anything better that, you know, I don't want her on this shit. I
Right.
mean, it's addicting.
Yeah, absolutely.
I've seen what it done. It tore our life apart, you know.
Yeah.
And one of the nurses did mention that, you know, marijuana would be a better.
Yeah,
Treatment
it's
for
legal
it.
over there, Jan. So
But-
they're probably all about it.
They couldn't give it to babies, you know.
Oh,
It's
really?
not FDA approved.
Oh, federal,
for it.
yeah, federally, yeah. That
And they
makes
said
sense.
if it was, you know, they'd be giving it to her. I said, would you sign off on it? Oh, hell yeah, you know.
Yeah.
Well, marijuana kills cancer cells,
Yep.
and it's a whole better pain medicine than half the shit they give you. Those pill forms, the ones you get addicted
Oh, I
to.
thoroughly
You know?
I thoroughly believe in weed.
Yeah, we love weed. I'm actually going to smoke weed here in about 2 minutes to be 1,000% with you.
I was like, I'm with that as well.
Keep going, my man.
But 10 months old, she had 60% of her liver removed. That was the tumor.
It grows back though, right?
Yes, that's one of
That's
the
the
organs that
beautiful
grows
thing
back.
about a liver, man.
Yeah.
You know, when you told me it was the liver, that was my first thought. I'm not a doctor by any means, and I would never insult you by acting like I would know the knowledge, but couldn't you think that surgery could be like prevented by cutting a lot of that cancer out of there? Or
Well,
was it spreaded
They had
to the point
to.
within the cells of the body?
Yeah, well, that's one thing they was worried about, and it was the tumor is so big they had to shrink it with 2 rounds of chemo first.
Oh, okay.
So we had to go through 2 months of
That's
chemo.
where the 60%.
Yeah.
Holy shit,
Yeah.
bro.
It was huge.
Wow.
I mean, it was. The doctors were surprised. They asked me, "How'd you find out? You know, how'd you come about going in the hospital to get it checked out?"
Yeah. That's a
That's like-
fantastic question.
Well, there's a hard lump over here, and they were surprised because usually it's under the liver and it goes undetected for a couple of years.
Wow.
Or, I mean, under
Yeah,
the
just on
under
the
the
What do you
ribs.
mean a lump? Like, do you,
On her actual liver.
I get that, bro, but like, is it a hard square?
It's very
or is
hard.
It a fucking like, or was it?
It was
like,
a hard-
Did you feel it like a baseball? Or-
Yeah.
Really?
So
Yeah.
when you held your daughter, that's what you felt?
Yeah.
You're like, huh.
Well, you know, I'll explain.
makes
I'll back up a little bit and explain this a little
Yeah,
bit
yeah,
because
what's
my babysitter is the one that pointed that out to me.
Okay.
Thank
So I
God
was a
for the
single.
babysitter, man.
Yeah, and we gave her blankets.
Observes.
And
Good babysitters are a fucking blessing. Shout out to mine. I love all my family that helps out with the babies.
And but anyways, I was a single father at the time. I was working 3 jobs, So I'd, get up early in the morning, go to Malta. I was working in Malta shop at the time for the county. Drop my babies off at the babysitter at 6 in the morning, 6:30 in the morning, go to work. Wouldn't get off till 5:30, and then I had Fridays off, but Fridays I was going to Chinook to work at the meat packing plant, cut meat. I was a butcher for 7 years.
Wow.
And then on weekends I worked on the family ranch, so I was never really with my babies. So I didn't notice it myself.
Yeah, sure. You're too busy, it's hard to pay attention.
Yeah, and and the neighbor across the street told me, he goes, "What job are you off to today?" And I can't remember what job I was off to. And he told me, "You need to slow down." I said, "Well, I just bought a house. I just bought a house,
wow.
and I just bought a minivan."
You gotta keep grinding, right?
Yeah.
Like,
You're
I can't
grandma
stop.
now.
Yeah, and he goes, I'm trying to provide for my kids. He goes, "If you don't slow down, you're going to miss them growing up." And that kind of jinxed me a little bit because 7 months, being in the hospital with my babies,
Yeah.
But, no, I'm I was just joking about it jinxing me. But anyways, it's how things worked out. But,
Sometimes it feels that way, right?
So when they told me...
Do you believe in coincidences or jinxes? I think we asked this last night, didn't we?
Indeed we did.
Yeah. Do you?
Yeah, I'm very superstitious.
Are you?
Yeah.
I think natives are.
Yeah, I was
natives
gonna say,
are,
it's part of the who we are. It's funny because
It's
we
so
have a lot
real.
of people tell us, "Don't be superstitious."
Well, fuck, I can't help it, man.
Yeah, well, you're too late on that, bud.
But yeah, like I said, I just bought a house, just bought a vehicle, minivan, because pick up women in minivan easier.
Like you said, you got 5 kids.
Say, "What's up, girl? Get your kids in here. Got TV.
That's right. I got room for 3 more. Get in.
Got 2 screens in the back."
This baby sits 11 if you sit cross-legged. No.
I got captain chairs in the middle. The
Yeah.
older ones.
So don't talk down on minivans like that song says. Something women like about a minivan,
I don't know,
No,
but,
never heard it in my life.
but I'll have to try it out one time. Man.
But if you put some banjo on that, I think that'd sound really good. Bing, 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 bing.
Okay.
With the mini
I don't want to get too off topic traveling on this van, but I want to. So you're back to Discovery, right? We backed it up, or
Back to the baby.
Well, we're so before her surgery and stuff, first week. Let me go back to the first week. I'm sorry, I'm jumping around a little bit.
That's okay.
That's how I am. I've been
That's
ran
okay,
over,
man.
fighter.
We're on a
whatever.
podcast, man. So run your story. This is why you're here, bro.
But anyways, we like I said, packed for 4 days. Thought I was gonna be home by the weekend. So the doc, I was like, "Well, is there something we can take out and we'd be home by the weekend?" They looked at me and they said, "Mr. Killeagle, you're gonna be here 6 to 8 months."
Oh, wow.
And I just,
Holy fuck.
I was like, I got kids at home.
I got a job.
I just bought a house.
Yeah.
Got a job. How am I gonna pay for everything? And
doesn't matter.
That's when the doctor looked at me. She goes, "What's more important, your daughter's survival or all your stuff back home?" Well, this is no brainer.
Ain't a fucking question, yeah.
Yeah. So I was like, all right. If we have to sell everything, we have to sell everything.
Did you ever have a John Q moment within this time, and no matter beginning to end?
I couldn't in Seattle. Seattle's too good.
Not like not the hospital lockdown point, but like I'll give her mine. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, actually, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Because there was a point where they thought, because if they had to cut a couple more percentages off her liver,
Yeah.
like 5
They're
more
gonna have to find a
percentages.
donor and maybe
Yeah,
attach,
exactly. Yeah.
Would you be a match?
I don't know.
Oh, it didn't come to that point.
I drank so much. My younger days. Who knows if my liver's any good?
Just like we just said. I mean, those things are
Resilient.
super resilient.
Well, the one question I
the
get
liver's
asked.
almost admirable.
Say, our boy Christians is working hard.
The one,
Is he okay? Brady, you should check on the old boy.
So I think he might be also downstairs smoking cigarettes.
He is zonked.
Okay.
He is zonked.
All right.
But anyways, that's when the great people. I mean, we live in the greatest state anywhere. I mean,
agree.
we really do.
I love Montana, man.
And I'm sorry, but I live in the greatest place in the greatest state ever, and that's the High Line.
You like the Highline, huh?
Well,
You tough people, tough son of a gun.
I love the High Line because
That's tough.
That is tough.
I was like, I love Northwest,
The
man.
Highline is so tough. I
See, I
mean,
love
tough
it.
people.
I love everything from Polson to Eureka, Bubba. That's like...
I like mountains. I got like in the mountains. Like just like pretty much you just said, dude. That's kind of the turf that I really I admire the most.
I don't like mountains because you can't see people coming.
Easy.
I gotta see them
But
coming
you
from
can
a
see
long
them.
way.
You're also way above them.
Yeah, but there's too many trees.
It makes a valid point.
And does it look like I'm gonna get high above?
Yep, because I will. No, I'm just kidding.
So anyways, my sister and them set up a GoFundMe, and then they set up a bank account
Sure.
in Malta, and before I knew it, the people raised enough money that I didn't have to worry about paying my bills,
Really?
for the whole time we were over there, and, we could enjoy Seattle a little bit. I mean, the
People are so generous, man.
I mean, they came together. I mean, most of them, we don't agree a lot on, like, politics, like, small stuff,
Yeah.
but when it comes to something serious, the Highline pulls together, man.
That's
I mean, from Glasgow from Poplar to Browning, people were, donating. People I didn't even know were donating. I thought I ran out of tears. I swear to God. Like,
Yeah.
hearing all the
Just so
people
grateful.
donating and stuff. Yeah.
The real feeling of gratefulness. A lot of people don't. I mean, it's a rare feeling to get real gratefulness, like to experience a feeling of grateful. And I've experienced it, so I totally understand, like, the tears of gratefulness. And
Yeah.
that shit's fucking
It's
real,
just,
dude, yeah.
I couldn't be in the elevator. I just start sobbing. People get down there and, you okay? Your kid okay? They thought something happened to my kid. I said, oh no, she's fine. It's just,
Yeah.
people donated, and people.
Yeah, and I'm here in Seattle.
People in Seattle never heard of that. They'd never heard of such an area coming together. I mean,
community rallying around you,
That's weird.
my sister was talking to someone in the cafeteria one day, and she was from in Washington somewhere, and her dream was to own a horse ranch, and she finally bought her horse ranch, but her baby had to be born in Seattle Hospital, so she had to sell everything.
Holy fuck.
Clothes, horses, everything. She sold
Wow.
everything. She was taking clothes out of the free bin downstairs, and it's just, we're so lucky where we live.
Yeah.
I mean, we are.
Blessed Montana and people. Well, Montana's culture's changing, and I'm not gonna fucking bitch around like you hear all the time. It's just changing. You change with the times, right?
Not the
I just hope you'll eventually get
I
it,
was
bro.
gonna say,
I mean, like, you're a long ways
Great
behind.
Falls is still
Falls.
5 years behind, but
I would say Great Falls is just in general, yeah, but 5 years behind anywhere else in the state.
it's like
But
this Kalispell
it's growing.
wrong.
It is growing fast. And if you go and travel to Missoula, Bozeman, Kalispell especially, those places are fucking blowing up. Even Billings, dude. And Great Falls now is going through it as well, but I'm not going to bitch around. Like, change is coming. It is what it is. I just hope Montana doesn't lose its soul.
Yeah.
You know?
Billings has changed so much. I used to love to go to Billings. No.
I hate Billings so
Yeah,
much.
I just
See that? Not interested.
changed. It's
Yeah.
changed so much.
It has.
People can't drive there. I love driving in
Oh,
Seattle.
hell no. Hell no.
I've never been to Pittsburgh, but if Pittsburgh is anything, it reminds me of Billings.
Pittsburgh?
I don't know. Maybe it's the industrial part of it. You know what I mean? Like, when I think of Pittsburgh,
They say
I think of, like, the
Pittsburgh's
steel
actually a
factories
pretty.
and shit.
I was gonna say, they actually
But when
say
I think of
Pittsburgh's
Billings, I think of
stealing.
refineries and, like, that
Yeah.
grungy metal look. So it kind of, and it has that shitty feel. Like, I've never been to Pittsburgh, but I wouldn't want to go to Pittsburgh either because it, like, seems gloomy, steely, and bricky.
And I heard they say it's actually nice.
But I guess it is, dude, because when you see pictures on the river and shit of Pittsburgh, it looks alright, dude. But that's the image I have in my mind for some reason.
It's just a large Great Falls.
No, Billings, like a really large
Oh.
Billings.
I was talking about the river, I guess.
I think Great Falls reminds me of a shitty ass like Chicago or Detroit or something. If it's gonna be comparatively from a city, you know what I mean?
Detroit.
Yeah, Detroit. That makes sense because it's just never grows. It's just now growing for the first time in 30 years.
Parkdale looks half abandoned.
Get your teeth, bro. You got poop on your teeth. There you go.
But yeah, we
Braden, go ahead, man.
Yeah.
so back to this is all leading up to why Killeagle Promotions. by the way.
Yeah. Not knowing. No, it's an important story.
Yeah, it really is.
And I think the viewers are really gonna appreciate it because it's a fantastic, sad, deep, and fucking ultimately a beautiful story that's gonna come to a conclusion.
Yeah, I mean, she was starting to get better. We're on the tail end of everything. Seattle's a city, but there's a trail behind the Ronald McDonald House
Okay.
that I'd walk with the girls. I mean, we'd walk the whole thing, and I'd go back there and pray. That's where I prayed. Like back home, I'd go out in the country and pray when I needed to.
Sure.
Well, in Seattle, I went down this trail to go pray. And, just asking Creator, I said, how can I get back? You're giving my daughter back to me. Thank you. How can I get back? And Killeagle Promotions popped up. And, we met so many kids over there with that didn't, like this one time was in the clinic, was in the oncology clinic. And this kid walks up and saw Peyton, my daughter Peyton. She's the one with cancer, and he goes, I saw you on the Jumbotron last night at the Mariners game. I said, oh, you saw that? He goes, yeah, big Mariners fan. I said, oh, how big of a Mariners fan are you? Well, he kind of turned his attention to Peyton, and his mom was talking, oh, he's a big Mariners fan. I said, oh, we are too. And she goes, no, he gets to, or the other night he got to go on the field and give Robinson Cano and Nelly Cruz their All-Star jerseys.
Wow. Crazy. These are real, huge.
I was like, well, wow. I said, how'd that come about? And his mom told me, well, he gave his Make-A-Wish to another kid. And I looked at this kid, and this kid's about 14, 15 years old. I was like, holy shit, wow. I said, you did that? He goes, well, someone else can use it. God damn, man. You know?
Crazy.
I was like, wow, who is this kid, you know? And we saw him before, a couple times before, and you can never tell this kid had cancer. I mean, he didn't let it dictate his life. He had life figured out, you know, and he was just an amazing kid. And, you know, I can't remember his name, and it's really killing me. I can't remember his name. But after we got back home in November, we was about ready to go over for a 3-month checkup. And I saw on the Seattle Children's Facebook page, saw a picture of this kid. I said, oh man, what this kid do now? You know, excited to read this. And it said, so-and-so's mom regrets to inform everybody, so-and-so lost his battle today to cancer.
Oh.
And I just broke down in tears. I mean, this kid was awesome. So he was another inspiration behind Killeagle Promotions. There's a kid that my other daughter used to play with in the playroom at Ron McDonald House. I think she had 2 fingers amputated on each hand.
From what?
From chemo and cancer,
Like
or
lung
chemo
cancer or
and
some shit?
radiation. It was a very rare disease, and her dad told me that the survival rate is under 10%, but she made it past the point where it pushes back up to 90%.
Really?
She had 1 kidney, barely any fingers or toes. I can't remember what else, but she was like 5 years old, and she was playing with my 2-year-old daughter, and they're the same height, you know. And you know, my daughter played with her like there's nothing wrong. She didn't see all this stuff and ask all this stuff. So, you know,
Kids are beautiful like
yeah,
that.
they are. I remember
Right,
walking down when my daughter Ivis first came over. We was walking down the street one time, and there's this homeless man sitting there, and I didn't have any money on me because I like to try to help him out every once in a while. And he goes, "You got any change?" I said, "I'm sorry, I don't." And he's, "Oh, okay." You know, we walked by, and Ivis turned and said, "Hi." You know, biggest smile on her face. That dude's face lit up so big. I mean, kids are powerful.
They are, man.
Mm-hmm.
When we was in Seattle, we went to 30-some home games because people donate them to the Ronald McDonald House, and we'd always jump on them because we're Mariners fans. And, you know, people would have Peyton with me, just me and her at the time. And bald head. I dressed her all in pink, you know, so people knew she was a girl. But some people are like, "Oh, your son's just, you know, just
if
delightful."
you kept her out of Mariner stuff, you never know, right?
Yeah, well, it was pink Mariner
You're
stuff.
right. But if you went the traditional blue, you just never know.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And people, "Oh, I'm sorry, you know, the bald head kind of threw me off." I said, "Yeah, when she's done with chemo, you know, her hair grow back and their faces just drop." You know, what'd you just say? I said, "Oh yeah, we're at Seattle Children's. She's got cancer. She's going through chemo," and they were just amazed. And like we was talking to these old ladies I don't want to say old, but these older ladies one time and telling her story and what we were going through and stuff. And the one kind of, you know, slapped the other one. "We can't complain anytime we go in and get dialysis now. We ain't gonna bitch around. Look at this baby. This baby can go through this."
God, I love
Get
old ladies.
dialysis.
Yeah, I love old ladies.
So she healed a lot of people when we was there. You know, it was an amazing experience. It was shitty at times, but you know, it was something that, you know, it changed my life forever.
Yeah.
And you know, it made us come up with Killeagle Promotions. You know, 3% funding goes to childhood cancer.
Mm-hmm.
That's bullshit. No,
It is bullshit, 100%.
And you know, I used to fight MMA, and when I thought of how we can give back, you know, MMA came to mind really strong. Cause MMA saved my life for one thing. You know, I was on
Your
the path
own?
to nowhere. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I was trying to drink myself to death. when I got back from my deployment and stuff, I just
Are
I
you on
wasn't-
the res up there, or you said no, right?
I'm just right off the reservation.
Does your res have alcohol like regulations saying no?
No, they
Is it open alcohol?
they allow alcohol, which I push around that. To me, alcohol. The only difference between alcohol and meth is alcohol's legal.
I think alcohol. I think actually, I believe alcohol is worse than drugs.
Mm-hmm. I've never.
And then I think drugs do change, and it does like cause a lot of damage. But alcohol is just so available, and it's a constant.
Yeah.
I mean, people. I mean, they just do stupid shit on it. You know what I mean?
I mean, I ran over.
Yeah. Right.
everything.
I think it's worse than fucking meth. I think it's definitely. You can see why they had the prohibition in the early 1900s and shit. They were like, fuck this, dude. This shit's unregulated, dude. But I mean, when they brought
Like
it
they
back,
say, if it's regulated, it ain't moonshine. If it's taxed, it ain't
Sunshine.
moonshine. Yeah, right. Now, yeah, they call that sunshine where I'm from.
But yeah, we
Warriors and Six.
So I used to fight MMA many 100 pounds ago. It was exactly 100 pounds ago. We used to fight MMA. So I remember the training that went through for one fight. The dieting, what I put my body through, and that was nothing compared to what these kids go through fighting
Absolutely.
cancer. And if I got a loss on my record, I can come back and avenge that loss. These kids can't.
That's
They
right.
have to keep that loss record clean. Otherwise, that's it. Game over. They're done. So we got to do better by our babies. We just have to. So we came up with Killeagle Promotions. We're really trying to spread awareness.
do you have any fighters signed right now?
We don't do contracts. I don't believe in contracts like that. We have fighters that they love fighting for us.
So how many fights in are you?
Or how many venues?
Like,
So July 23rd. We're preparing for Fight for Our Future 6.
okay.
We used to, like I say, we used to just do them in Malta. We did our first one 2018. We barely had any fighters there.
Sure.
I had to get in there for a grappling match twice.
Really?
After setting everything up all day and everything else, and I went against. I had to grapple Spurt Roundstone first, and then bam, and yeah, I was dead.
I bet.
But they're tough boys anyway, so
Yeah.
And we barely had a show, but people showed up to support.
Yeah, sure.
We was able to donate $6,000 to Seattle Children or Ronald McDonald House in Seattle, because
What?
that's where we stayed. So we gave them $6,000.
From that first show?
Yes.
Holy
Wow.
shit.
That's good. That's good profit.
So the second show, that's when Sean got a hold of me. It was a year later, and wanted to do bare knuckle MMA. We did it. It raised our insurance up more. We didn't have the crowd.
Where'd you do it at?
In Malta again. We didn't have the crowd because I think the year before is kind of it really was a shitty show.
Fair.
The
The
but
first ones usually are.
yeah. So we didn't have quite the crowd that was hoping for.
Takes practice, man, to run a good show.
We barely broke even. We tried to add a little more into it, so yeah, we barely broke even on that one. We didn't have one in 2020 because of COVID.
Okay.
So 2021, we had them again. September 11th, 2021, we had Fight for Our Future 3, and I was kind of getting, cussed out, I guess, by some people because, COVID was still around.
Yeah.
They said, how are you going to go about doing this when COVID's still around? And I said, I understand that because we're losing a bunch of people in
That's going
Belknap.
on.
And, we lost a bunch of people in Belknap. I understand. But I told them, I said, imagine these babies. They're going through cancer treatments. Their immune systems are down.
Every
all
day.
while COVID is around them. all
Right,
over.
yeah.
I said, they're very susceptible as babies.
Yeah.
So, people understood that. We had,
2021. I mean, there was regulation still pretty heavy.
yeah.
I had to think about it for a minute.
It wasn't as much. We was able to have our show.
Masks or no masks?
No masks.
Nice.
Because Phillips County, if I said masks mandatory, nobody'd show up. They
Right.
just wouldn't. But, anywhere, really. If you say
Right.
mask
I feel
mandatory,
that,
they're not going to show
actually.
up.
Fuck, dude. Shit, I remember when this shit was going on, dude. Like, masks were so fucking weird, dude. But, like, I wanted them, dude. I wanted the best one you could get because I was scared. I'm a germaphobe, dude. So, like, not a legit, like, Howie Mandel.
Yeah, we took a good hiatus for COVID.
Yeah, because I was scared of fucking the virus, dude. But it's natural. Like I'm like a pathogen, fucking like virus, fucking germaphobe. I'm not like a Howie Mandel germaphobe. Like I can shake hands, no fucking problem. It's not a bacterial thing. It's like a fucking achoo thing. Like fuck, if you're sick, stay the fuck away from me.
I'm kind of after my baby got cancer, I'm turned like that.
Yeah, no, yeah. I don't
So
know why.
COVID-
And it's just that, dude. That's why. So when it happened, I was like, fuck this, dude. Give me a fucking real mask. I went to Ace and got the fucking dopest mask you could get, dude.
I mean, people around Phillips County, they thought it was all a hoax. Some people did. Not everybody. Some people did. So, some people talk shit to me about wearing masks all the time. I said, I got a baby that had cancer. I'm not going to, chance this shit. And
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, click them, in some of them. And so, I think
Let's fast forward to, what was it, Fight for
Our Future 3.
Yep, let's fast forward to that.
So that's when we crowned Montana's first bare knuckle MMA title champion. That's Sean Ipson.
Sean Ipson.
From Great Falls here. We also had bare knuckle boxing, Bam Roundstone against Warren Brocky, which was a 1-round war. I mean, that was a good fight.
Yeah?
I mean, it really was. Bam ended up winning that. He's our bare knuckle boxing
Did it go the
champion.
distance or was there an knockout?
Just 1 round. It got called 5 seconds in the first round.
Oh my god.
5 seconds left in the first round. But it was a war.
Also 5 seconds left.
Yeah.
Okay.
But Warren had some cuts that,
Just, was it like a backyard brawl or was it?
it was.
strategic?
Well, them two don't like each other. They
Also,
really
bad
don't.
blood.
Yeah.
I was wondering because it's such a small community, right? Like, all right, who has problems here today? Who the fuck can we put in this motherfucker?
Yeah, right. So you have to go find him. Hey.
Knock on their door. Do like you got
Like
problems,
Room Raiders. Like,
Fuck it,
like
dude.
the MTV show. Room
Or are you
Raiders.
like, or is there enough like regulated fighters at this time at your third thing that would show up there that was ready to get down?
Yeah, and we had some good professional.
Like
trained.
fuck yeah, exactly trained.
Yeah.
Or was there some that you had to throw in there to fill a venue? It
Yeah.
happens. I know. I have seen enough shit.
Before we did Fight for Future, long time ago, a buddy of mine and we had Havoc on the Highline. We held it in Dodson, Montana, at the Phillips County Fairgrounds. There's a cement slab there that was put in 1990 for Todd Foster fight.
Crazy.
Yeah, Todd Foster
There's
fought
some
in Dodson,
history for you
Montana.
guys.
Who did he fight that one?
Felix Cat Debray.
The one that was super fast. I
Yeah.
just heard about that. From
Really? Tell me stories. I want to
From
know.
Roden and Gerald.
Why? Tell me. I wanna
Apparently,
know.
dude's hands were so fast you couldn't even see him.
Lightning?
And he'd tag you like 3-4 times. Yeah, I guess he whooped the fuck out of Todd Foster.
No,
Really?
Todd actually beat him.
Did he win?
Yeah, he
Shit,
handled
but he
him pretty
is
easy.
Really?
Yeah, on that,
See,
that night.
I was gonna say I heard that they.
What do you mean that night? Did they fight twice?
I don't know. That's
They
the
might
one
have. I mean, I don't know. I heard that.
I like
The one
hearing
dude
these
had
old
super
stories.
fast
Well, I want
wins.
to hear your version, man, and your version.
Well,
I
that was
just
my
told you,
first
that's
time.
all I
Okay,
know.
that's all you got.
That's
Okay.
all I had.
That was my first time at a boxing thing, and it's Todd Foster.
Tell me your side. I want to hear it.
I was 11 years old at the time. Parents got us all tickets. We went. The place was packed.
Yeah.
So Phillips County, the Phillips County Fair is the longest continuous running fair in Montana.
Paint me a vision. What's
Really?
the building look like?
It's an outside venue. It's the grandstands they kind of got blown away this year, so they're
So it's
trying
like the fairground stands then? Like,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're talking bleachers and shit.
Yeah, and
Okay.
it's kind of a big, bleacher area and stuff.
Okay.
It holds a lot of people. But they also brought in bleachers all around, red, white, and blue all over. The banners, all that stuff. The ring was beautiful,
Really?
big, professional ring. It was on TV.
That's pretty cool.
It was
It's a fucking experience, dude.
yeah.
That's cool, actually.
So
I
that
knew tall was a big thing. I just never realized it was that kind of big. Like where they build them, like they're gonna pour them a concrete slab to. That's pretty
To
like,
fight.
and they still got the poles up because they had tarps over the top. 'cause it's an
Okay.
outside venue.
Oh, yeah.
So they still got them
Just
poles
in
up.
case it rained.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or keep the sun off the mat.
That's pretty.
You know when the
fucking
sun
cool. Shout out
it was
to you, Todd.
4th of July. It was on the 4th of July 1990. So and I remember after the after party thing, hanging out outside the bar. There's 2 bars in Dodson. So you get the highway bar at the Carney's during the fair they used to call it the white bar. and then got the cowboy bar
Yeah.
that the carnies called the Indian bar.
Yeah.
That's where the Indians hung out.
That's
Where
funny.
white
The
guys
cowboy,
hang out.
the Indians or the natives hang out in that cowboy bar.
Yeah,
Is that funny? Is that funny?
That's funny.
but
Isn't
not like
that
they're-
ironic?
so during
A
that,
little
Don't
bit
you think?
ironic. Oh,
Oh, come on. Come on.
little too ironic.
yeah. There's nothing about that song is ironic if you go back and listen to it.
I feel like it is. It's just like, you're a rainy day. How's that shit go?
Rain on your wedding day.
Yeah,
But they
It's
say
like
a
free ride.
a wet knot's harder to untie. So
Oh,
hot take. It's good to rain on your
hot
wedding
take
day.
me. Hot take me. That's fucking cool, man. Go ahead. So, did you pay attention, or were you kind of the 11-year-old that ran around? Don't remember a lot.
I just I was in awe.
I mean, you obviously you got a lot. Actually, you painted me a whole vision of where I'm at now. That's
But
cool.
the afterwards, the 2 bars is what I remember the most because it's 4th of July, and they were having what do you call it? Fucking
Parade.
no, the
Fair.
firework war.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
They're shooting
did you have
bottle
one?
rockets.
Yeah, they
They're
did
shooting
it
bottle
on
rockets across at each other. Then
Yeah,
they started
on
getting,
ours.
then they started doing the cannonballs across to each other.
Yeah, Roman candles.
Yeah. Well, no, the big artillery shells.
Oh,
yeah.
nice. Okay, yeah, artillery shells.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you said cannonball, and then when you made like the ball, I was like, dude, what the fuck are you guys making over there?
They're sending rounded
They're
sparkler
actual
bombs at each
cannonball
other.
fireworks. Funk.
Catapults, fire flames.
Holy fuck!
But someday, I'm hoping maybe next year, next couple of years, I'm hoping to put on a big fight at the Phillips County Fairgrounds to honor Todd Foster, because that cement slab, like
That's
I said, was
cool.
I put there for him.
That's cool.
So I wanna
Man,
honor him.
he's still down here training the boys at the boxing
Yeah.
club, too.
Have you talked to Todd about it?
No, not yet.
Fuck, dude. I think he would be all about it, dude. I do. He sold out a venue here just recently for the Smoker here in Great Falls. And
Oh, the smoker was awesome.
for what Killeagle Promotion fucking puts on and the purpose behind it, dude, I would totally think Todd would be all over that, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, dude. It's all like a no-brainer.
And he's trying to get the fans there, the people there. There's
Todd's name alone would fucking bring
Yeah,
Like,
but
legit. If he was involved, like, and said, like, yeah, dude, I'm down
Yeah.
to fucking get down, his name would fill that arena.
the only problem is there's no hotels in Dodson. The closest hotels are in Malta, but
How far is Malta from Dodson? You said?
17 miles.
That ain't shit.
That ain't too bad. People don't like to drink and drive
People
it,
who like to watch fights will travel
but
there.
yeah,
The saying rings true, and it never will fucking not be true. If you build it, they will come.
yeah. Well, what I want to do too is get campers in the fairground areas.
Yeah.
There is camping areas there. Rent those out, put up teepees.
Oh,
whatever
there
have
you
to.
go.
I got a privilege.
That would be
of
awesome,
looking at
Yeah.
the-
Make it like a little teepee campground.
Well,
Oh, dude, this is scenery. Like if you surround the ring, like the backdrop of the ring, you have the ring.
it's
you
like
have your
4 different big teepees.
Yeah, dude. Oh my god, the setting. This is where a really good media would have to come in. Someone with a really good, few different cameras. Like a camera crew. Dude,
Well,
I think the weekly bus has 3 cameras.
we do have legit 3 cameras. We should be running 2 right now, but
they do still have hopefully they're able to have it this year. Indian relays. My dad helps put that on.
Oh,
He's
okay.
been doing it for the past 3-4 years. They bring in the guy from outside of town here with the big screens and all that stuff. They bring him in. Well, that's where some people are going to argue
Are
this.
you referencing like Fusion with the big screens?
No,
and
the people. My boy Tate works there.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't remember the guy's.
I don't remember. Where
Yeah.
he works,
Okay.
But
My dad brings him in. And
big
he gave me
trailer
his number
like, with LED.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Fucking big screens.
so they can watch the races.
They set up
can
for
do the
Fusion,
replays.
so yeah, Fusion, I guess you could say, but it's not Fusion. That
I
has the
thought
panels.
Fusion owned those backdrops. Shit, I didn't know that.
But shit, where was it going?
Setup and all that shit, man. They bring it
But yeah,
on.
with TPs, I mean, like, they have Indian relays. Oh, so yeah, some people are going to argue this. Don't argue with me on this. But Phillips County Fairgrounds is the birthplace of Indian relays. From back in the late 80s.
Are you talking about
late
running
1800s.
relays, or I'm just?
You don't know what Indian relays are? So Indian relays are on horses. You got 1 rider, 4 horses.
Fuck, cool.
Or 3
dude.
horses. So they go a full lap, and they're completely bareback. So they go a full lap. They hop off one horse, and they have to hop on another, and It's intense.
What?
Yeah, it's really.
No,
intense.
wait. No. So maybe I'm confused here. Okay, so you said there's 4 horses?
3 or
One
4, I
rider.
can't remember. Yeah,
And 1 rider?
one rider.
What?
And they got 2-3 people holding.
So,
That sounds
okay, I'm
lit
glad
as
I
fuck,
asked, dude,
dude.
because I had no idea. I was going to assume I knew what the fuck it was. I'm glad I asked, dude. What about you, Levi?
I was with him. I was staying with it.
You fucking knew what it was? Like, you knew there was 4 horses involved?
No, but as soon as he said it, I was like, dude, that sounds fucking sweet. And then he's like, yo, 1 lap, you hop off.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
Like, dude, that
I'm
sounds
glad I
fucking
asked, dude,
wicked.
because I had no
He
fucking
said it's from the
idea.
1800s, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
see,
mean,
so that's
they used to
like-
have because Phillips County, the Phillips County
Yeah,
Fair used to
Wild
be.
Wild
I would,
West shit.
I would bet on that.
Oh yeah, they do. Yeah.
Oh,
The money,
definitely.
dude, the money involved in that, dude, I'd fucking bet.
I don't know
They
how I would
Calcutta
bet,
him?
but you'd have to figure it out.
They Calcutta the teams and they go for I think I seen one go for 5,000.
Fuck,
Wow.
easy, dude.
Yeah.
Are you, dude? I mean, I don't know.
That's just in Dodson.
I don't know the audience that Dodson's County Fair brings in, dude. But if you did that shit at a fucking real horse race, dude, like, dude, even as like a warm up for the Kentucky Derby, because it would fucking, dude. If you brought that event, it would fucking take off, dude. I believe that 1,000%, dude. People love seeing some shit like that.
I think it should be shined more and showed more, you know?
You can't tell me if you didn't dress up some fucking gorgeous $4,000, fucking $5,000, $6,000, even just dress them up just because they don't need to be that fancy, like $1 million horse, but a well-looking horse. You know what I mean? Dress them up. You can't tell me you wouldn't want to fucking watch that done on Kentucky Derby before the Kentucky Derby race.
Yeah.
I would watch that immediately and bet on it.
I mean, them casinos out or them reservations out in Washington. They got money.
Yeah.
They got the big casinos, so they they put on big races. There's one out in Minnesota that my late father-in-law used to sing at all the time. That's a big one. That's like one of the biggest ones in the country.
Which one? Red Lake? Or
No, I can't remember.
we spent a lot of
And it's
time
like a
in
big,
Minnesota.
it's like a powwow?
I think so. It's
think
at
I
the
went to
big
it as a
racetrack
kid,
there
dude.
because they have to.
Oh shit, Levi!
I think
Levi,
so.
you did a lot of cool shit actually, dude. Yeah.
With those neighbors.
Yeah.
Best I can tell you. I
Huh.
don't know who they are. I just remember I rode in the van. We went to there. It was fucking big.
Crazy.
It was definitely a powwow.
Hmm.
And it was at a speedway, so sounds
Yeah,
about right.
no way,
that was
dude.
probably it.
Yeah, I was
I
gonna
can't
say,
remember
there
what
was
it's called.
grandstands like right there.
Anyway, sorry, I keep detouring you, man. I mean, this story's cool, dude. I fuck with it, dude.
Which one we on now? We on
Horse
Killeagle
ra- no,
Promotions or
like
horse
shut up.
racing or?
I think it's all in one, right? I'm just,
Well,
I'm just trying
that's
to keep
right.
up. I'm just trying to keep up here, yeah.
Because the teepees, yeah. Because I set my teepee up for the Indian relays when they have
Uh-huh.
them at the fairgrounds and stuff. Hopefully they have them this year. So yeah, if we get teepees around for a
As a
big
backdrop?
fight, yeah.
Dude, and you know what would be really cool? If you shot vertical lights off the TVs, right? On the outside of them. So it gives it that fucking Vegas look.
Like they did on the rims.
I don't know.
Oh yeah,
I have no
Yeah.
idea, but maybe, yeah.
they did that here. in Great
did they
Falls
do that
at
here
the-
too?
Yeah, at the pub. That's a school public. It's basically a school district.
Or even on
building,
the
but it's right there at
inside,
Flagtown,
you know those
basically.
big Vegas lights, like the just shoot beams throughout the middle of the teepees? Fuck, that would look sick, dude. Oh my god, could you imagine that? Dude, that's a good look, dude.
There's something about people telling me. I know,
And you have a really nice ring. I do want to comment on that. Like I forgot to mention it earlier.
that was Jory Erickson's old ring. So yeah, going back to Fight for a Future 3.
Yeah.
So we're the only ones renting that cage from Jory Erickson.
Yeah.
He's owned that cage for I don't know how long. It's one of the biggest ones in the state.
It's fucking nice.
And it's beautiful. I love it. But he asked me if I wanted to buy it. I was like, man, I said, maybe. I said, I would love to. He said, well, if you don't, I'm going to sell it to someone else, and, who knows if you'd be able to rent it. So after the fight and after Fight for a Future 3, I asked my wife, I said, I told her, so, well, we got this done. Let's go get you a good wedding ring, hon. She goes, well, I don't want a ring. I want a cage.
Nice.
Yeah,
Smart.
So we bought the cage.
Cool
We
investment.
put a down payment or put a payment on it. I still owe a couple thousand on it. After that, it's completely
That's
ours.
right.
And it's a beautiful cage. I love it. It's the first cage I fought in.
Are you gonna try to? Are you just trying to keep things organically? I mean, I just can't see that being imaginable or feasible for you. Like, you're trying to hit cities, right, with your venue.
Eventually, yeah.
Why not? Why not immediately?
I don't think we're ready. I've been
I think
running
there's
late.
fighters that'd be interested. Braden. I mean, I'm not gonna volunteer this guy at all by any means, but I bet you I'm just gonna ask him. I bet you he knows fighters offhand that would be more interested of hitting a league like that.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
It's a hybrid league, dude. Like me, Levi. Well, I bet you Braden either has never heard of that league until you fucking mentioned it.
Yep.
Or that style. You know what I mean? It's never been.
I mean, the way
Bare
we
knuckle
do,
MMA.
Yeah.
the way we do our shows, you know, I've been told it's unique. We start off with the honor song. My late father-in-law, on our first one, he came up with the honor song to bless the fighters so
Sure.
they don't get hurt, stuff like that. You know, we have 2 daughters kickboxing first match. You know, to start everything off.
Yeah.
Everyone loves that. You know, and then, excuse me. You know, it's all about the fight. I don't call them fighters; they're warriors because they're there to fight for a cause.
That term's used a lot in Montana, especially with natives. You know what I mean? They often use that word.
Well, a warrior doesn't fight just to fight. He fights for a purpose, for a reason.
Sure.
You know, he's not out to kill somebody. He's out to protect.
That's right.
You know.
That's ironic.
this-
Because
As I say-
Killeagle.
Nice. I was gonna say, and take a second to say, listen to Warriors Rage, Ghost J, and Ritz.
Oh, nice promotion, dog. Ghost J, man. Ritz. Go out there and listen on Spotify, Apple
Out
Music,
now.
whatever. Choose your poison with your ears and go check out our boy's new song. It's called Warriors Rage. It's with Ritz. Ghost J, baby. Ghost motherfucking J.
So it doesn't have too much bass in it, does it?
It's fire, bro. Check it out.
Because you know I got a system I pick up and I can't have too much bass because my phone skips.
Hey.
Nice.
That's it. That joke.
So
That's a good one.
you're on 6 now.
Yes.
So you've put in 3 together in like the last 2 years.
So after well, what's that?
You've
He's
put in
put on
like two.
two.
You put on like 2 or 3 fights in the last 2 years.
So yeah, we was doing it every year up to Fight for a Future 3, and then we bought the cage, and we got to keep it busy now.
Yeah.
You know.
That's
So
right. That's right.
right away after we bought the cage, like where can we go next? Where's the next one?
Sure.
And I wanted to do Haver.
Yeah.
I want to hit all these places that help give back to us.
Yeah.
You know, so Haver is one of them. I used to live in Haver, and the manager I used to work at Pizza Hut. And the manager's still there, and she raised a bunch of money for us. And so I wanted to hit Haver. Where can we go in January? You know, there's ice on the ice dome.
Right.
So where can we go? And my wife and I always talked about trying to do something in the mall. I don't know if you guys ever been to Holiday Mall in Haver.
No.
No.
So when you walk in, there's a fountain, and I remember when I was a kid, you know, that place was packed all the time when I was a kid, and my grandma used to love her burgers. So if I went with my grandma, we spent hours in her burgers, and she cried when her burgers closed. I mean, she literally.
It's a weird attachment to things that you get in your life. I know how it feels because when certain television shows end, I'm
Yeah.
so sad.
When Hastings went away.
Like, oh, Hastings was a real loss, dude. I'm like, dude, that's my favorite fucking store, man.
Sam Goody.
Sam Goody was a good one.
I couldn't go in Hastings because I couldn't pass the books, and I forget what I went in there for.
I'm a comic book freak, dude. Every time I see them, I'm like, I just gotta go through these comic books real quick, bro. They haven't changed from yesterday. I bet you they did a little. Oh, that one's a good one. I gotta get it. I miss that feeling. Hastings was the shit. Man.
Yeah. Hey, man. Like I said, I go in there for one thing, and I get distracted by everything else. And,
So did you lock down the venue in Haver?
yeah, so we went into the mall, said we want to have one here, talked to the mall manager, and you know we couldn't put the cage on the fountain. That was our vision at first. Put our cage on the fountain. It was just too heavy for the fountain. So he said, "How about the Old North 40?" We went and looked at it. As, man, this place empty is huge. It's big. There's another little business in there, but he said, "Oh, it's a bouncy house place thing." And he said, "I don't think they'll have a problem if you have it for a weekend, whatever." So,
Yeah.
you know, we made the deal. They didn't have any chairs or anything in there, so we had to bring in all the chairs and
Oh wow.
and everything. It was a lot of work, but
Are you learning the curves of negotiation yet?
no, I just pay what they ask.
No way, dude. You better button down and start playing hardball because venues, as they get bigger,
Everything's negotiable. Shout out to Josh Copeland.
that's fucking right. Shout out to my man. If you didn't, man, I'm telling you right now, you've double back and watch on the episode that's gonna be coming out with Josh Copeland. He gives out a free financial advice on the show. It's fucking dope.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna watch that.
Everything's negotiable, and as you get into bigger and larger venues, you're definitely gonna want to negotiate shit. Okay.
I was happy when I negotiated on their Suburban. I was happy about that.
Fucking
Yeah, there you go.
He was an old car salesman, dude, and he knows a lot about finances, and he's actually just he's a top salesman in everything, just about everything he does. I said he was on the Mount Rushmore of fucking salesman. He was talking about cars and shit, dude, like, and that you should really, if you ever buy a car, make sure you watch that episode first.
Alrighty, will do. Yeah, well, you know, when I went and bought our Suburban, you know, my minivan was taking a shit on me, and I was really sad about it. I love minivans.
I love my minivan.
So my wife and I, we went to Tillman's in Havre, and I said, well, let's just test drive something, see what happens. Jumped in the Suburban, test drove it. I was, shit. She goes, what? I said, we messed up. She goes, what do you mean? We're buying this, you know. That was getting bigger. Everything was bigger. It's 3/4 ton. I mean, it's what I used to pull my cage.
So them big ones, yeah, that's right. Gotta have something to tow.
One person told me I couldn't pull the cage with it because it's a Suburban. I said, it's 3/4 ton. I said, I'll pull a pickup.
Yep.
You know, it's bad. I got to change fuel pump on it right now, but and I just filled it full of gas.
So how'd the Havre show turn out?
Oh man, we sold out. We rocked the place.
Yeah?
I mean,
Was it loud?
Yeah, it was really loud.
That energy, you can't match it.
Yeah.
Like when you get a fucking packed house.
The sound guy, you know, when I got a hold of him,
Yeah.
shit, I can't remember his name. I'm sorry, can't remember his
Shout
name.
out sound guy.
Yeah, shout out sound guy that did our show in Havre. He said, I've never done anything like this before. What's everything set up like? I said, why don't you just show up Friday when we're setting up? You can see how everything is. He walked in there. He goes, "Is that it? Is that an actual cage?" I was like, "Yeah. What do you think we're fighting in?" You know. He goes, "I had this whole other vision of this backyard brawl stuff, and you know."
He thinks you're bringing to tear in some chain link
exactly.
plywood.
It's Havre, you know what
Yeah,
I mean?
he's like, fuck.
Havre's
makes
actually
sense.
a fight town. You know, they love
Yeah,
fighting.
but they
He's
got
like,
ratings that your cages.
It looks like backyard brawls on YouTube.
Even I
You've
was
seen those?
impressed. Even I said, "That's your cage."
Yeah.
I said, "That's a nice fucking cage." We see nice cages all the time. You know what I mean? But that's a.
I love that cage,
I didn't
man.
know.
How big is it?
There's a whole lot.
26, you said?
There's not a whole lot out there
that-
for you.
Is it 26 foot?
That is a good question. How big
I
is it?
I think so.
26 or 28?
It looked like a
probably.
big fucker, dude.
Yeah, it's
As I say, if it's one of the bigger ones, it's
Well, it's
probably
got-
28.
what is it? 8 or 10 foot panels.
Oh wow.
It's
You know?
big, dog. Did you get a good look at it on the promotion video?
I mean, we have to rent a 20-foot trailer that has 7,000-pound axles, you know, just to haul it, and we fill that cage or that trailer up with
Yeah, I
everything.
bet.
I mean, we fill it. It's heavy. It's a monster. I love that cage.
Yeah, man. When's the next venue? Do you have anything planned?
July 23rd, Glasgow, Montana. We just did our last one in Glasgow. April 23rd, we did Fight for a Future 5 in Glasgow. So we had Fight for a Future 6 set up for Northern Winds Casino. We was getting ready on that. I got the fight card together. I got 10 solid fights, 3 pending, or waiting to match up 3 more. I had a main event that fell through. One of the fighters got hurt, so I lined up another main event, a pro main event, and then I got a message from a top name in the state, and I really wanted to get him on the card. I wanted to make the main event, so the guy, Rocky Boy, was getting, kind of getting anxious about the main event. He's getting worried about it. That's why I'm working on something right now, something big.
Northern Winds was?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm getting a little nervous about it, and I've never worked like this before.
Did you get a commissioner for the pro fight?
No.
I know it's hard to get them. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Montana's a non-sanctioned state, so.
Yeah, but pro fighters want that so they can.
We do the blood work. I actually, they are registered. Shit, I can't remember. I have to,
Yeah, sure.
everything's all legit.
Right,
so.
right. I could imagine because the Northern Winds is on res property, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm sure council wanted involved, and then you have to get through your own little corporate council of the casino itself.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm sure there was a fucking hurdle after hurdle, dude.
There was, and they
That might not even be worth it. You know what I mean? Because of all the fucking mess.
and well they pulled a venue on me Monday, and I was
Just recently?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
So I was a little upset about it. When I, did live video, told everyone about it. I was a little, I worked hard getting these fights together.
Yeah.
These fighters, they not only they have to take time off of work for that day. So they all had the time off. They take time away from their families to train.
Yep.
And so them pulling, but I understand why they pulled it. I really
What was the
understand.
reasoning?
They didn't think I was ready with my main event. They wanted the main event so they can put it on posters so they can start advertising now.
That's fair.
And I didn't have my main event together.
3 or 4 weeks out. I mean, that's fair. You want to promote for a
Yeah.
while.
So, that was probably on me, my bad. I'm still learning the ropes.
Sure.
It's still a learning process. We're only in our 6th one.
Network the fuck out of yourself. I know you said you're new to social media and all that shit. I can't say it enough.
But at least every day you gotta wake up and check.
You already did a good job by finding us, to be honest with you.
I mean,
I'm not saying we're the shit or anything, but we know a lot
But
of
we're
people.
gonna be the shit. Montana's favorite podcast.
I think we are pretty much voted that, to be fair. Who else is out there that's better and doing it better than us?
I didn't even know what a podcast was until I watched you guys.
Fuck yeah, dude. Fuck yeah, dude. That's a fucking honor for us, for you to say that in a rural area, for you to say that are we at your first podcast?
Yeah.
Dude, that's
Hey,
fucking
so if we get
sick,
a whole
bro.
new view section from northeast Montana, we know where it's coming from.
Yeah.
Bro, that makes me fucking happy.
'Cause we
I
check
know
our
we're going
demos
worldwide.
online.
There's people in Belfast and shit that watch us.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Well, you're
legit.
going to go highlight and white here, too.
That's right. I hope
Yeah,
so,
dude.
dude.
I hope we build a following off of
I got my cousin Josh
over
in
there, your
Hammer.
family and shit. Because I'm sure you're starting to gain traction within that community. I bet.
I'm trying. I mean, I'm
you
trying.
you said you had a colorful background. Are you painting a new image within your community?
Trying to. I mean,
Is it hard?
I got a quick one for you.
Yeah.
You're an advocate for suicide prevention, yeah?
we
you're
try
so good
to.
at it.
We try to. I mean, MMA in itself is a great tool for MMA or suicide prevention.
Yeah.
You know.
Like a good mental.
Yeah, you get to release a lot of stuff. I mean,
Living in a rural area, do you guys fucking battle suicide like more?
Oh, man.
At a higher rate?
Fort Belknap is. I mean, we have successful suicides every other week. Seems like.
Is that right?
Yeah.
I mean, I can imagine it because it is it's a desolate place.
Yeah,
It really is. That's why I say the Highline's a hard fucking place to be, man.
It
You're
is.
hard people.
Mm-hmm.
I said that because we are also.
Yeah,
I
totally.
just
Yeah.
Seen it was on there.
I mean, I
Pull out the thing. You got it.
I got
it. Yeah.
so the first house I ever bought, I put my new house right next to it and turned it's a pink house, so everyone calls it pink house.
Cool.
It's actually Cow Dog MMA gym now. Cow Dog, yeah.
Okay.
You have a gym?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Well,
Cool.
kind of. I got a place for people that want to come train, work out, or whatever. I mean, it's free. I got a lot of equipment in there. It's not a big place, but I got a lot of equipment for people. Anybody that wants to come in, work out.
But
But
have
it's
a
a
name?
place.
What'd you name it?
Cow Dog
Cow Dog.
MMA.
So you do have a gym.
Kind of.
It's weird that you never mentioned that, dude. That is a gym, bro.
Well, it's
That's the
just
start of a gym.
me and my kids in there right now.
Well, you're putting it out there. You're
Yeah.
welcoming people to come train.
And it's free. It's
So
a
if
great
you're in
place.
the High Line, and you
Are you
wanna go
pretty
train.
experienced yourself
No,
in the fighting? Or are you looking for like a dojo master?
I'm looking for people that can come in and help. I mean,
I'm sure there's someone in the area that you'd be surprised at. Maybe like, dude, do you have combat veterans, dude, that are legit fucking, you know what I mean, like good on that. Like you would never know, you wouldn't expect it. But I bet you put that out there, be like, dude, is there a veteran out here that wants to volunteer and teach kids how to like get good with jiu-jitsu and shit, because they're trained on that shit. You know what I mean?
there's actually a guy from Great Falls here going to Hayes Monday. I can't remember his name, but he's gonna be doing a jiu-jitsu class, women's self-defense. It's for women, females,
Yeah.
self-defense. Because Killeagle Promotions, we also have Our Women, Our Fight. That's MMIW, MMIP stuff.
Sure. Yeah.
We
For our dude, that's weird though. I don't think we've ever mentioned it on the show.
Preston Bloodworth.
Indigenous women, missing women is
Okay.
fucking a major movement in Montana, because we have our native women are going missing at a very high and alerting rate.
And nobody cares.
And
That's the problem.
Nobody gives a fuck but us, our family members and shit. I mean, all the shit that you basically see out there is basically shit, people sharing other people's shit. That's the most attention that he gets.
So my wife and I, we used to put on seminars, Our Women, Our Fight. We stopped after COVID, you know.
Yeah.
But we train weaponless self-defense.
What was his name that you said?
What was his name?
Ryan Bloodworth?
Preston Bloodworth.
Shout out to Preston for going up there and offering your services and teaching women how to defend themselves. But before we get too far, we have something. Yeah.
Yeah. Suicide prevention, 800-273-8255. As always, there is help. Someone is there. We're there as well. Reach out. Because we care.
Killeagle Promotions too. Reach out to us.
So, before we move on too far, like, did you transition to Glasgow to move venues immediately? They were open armed immediately, or?
Well, you know, like I said, we just had it April 23rd. We rocked the house there. We sold out.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it was an amazing show. The support we got there was like Haver. It was crazy.
Yeah. People like fights.
So
Fighting, dude.
when Rocky Boy pulled the venue, you know, I was freaking out. I was upset. So that happened on Monday. So Tuesday, I was blading roads. I was on the phone, texting people. You know, where can we have this next one? We was looking into Helena. We was trying to get into Helena. Didn't want to have one here in Great Falls because they're having one in Great Falls the same day, July 23rd. So we didn't want to go to Haver because Fusion's going to be in Haver in August. So we didn't want to be too close to them.
You don't want to chase Haver. Yeah. You didn't want to chase Fusion. People get fighted out.
Yeah, exactly. So some people from Glasgow reached out and said, come back. So
really?
I was like,
they reached out to you, huh?
Yeah.
Kalispell has a new semi-pro baseball team that is a venue. So.
Oh yeah.
Outside venue?
Yeah, that's where the old raceway at. They're Glacier Ridge, bro. I didn't know that they were the ones that beat Voyagers last time I went to the game.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's called Glacier Ridge baseball.
So any of these managers of these venues or whatever, get a hold of me.
Right? He's looking for a venue.
I'm looking to keep this cage busy.
And you wouldn't even know about it, bro.
I want to get into Great Falls. I mean, sometime really soon. I mean,
there's a lot of options, man.
Yeah. But, you know, it's trying to work around everything, you know, trying to work around everyone else.
I know there's fighters that want to wear that.
Yeah.
Because that's fucking cool.
It's fucking dope as fuck. And what I mean by that...
It's off the chain.
Ha! Nice. I got another one for you. How big's your dick?
Well, I make an earthworm look like Ron Jeremy. Yeah.
Interesting.
Dude, do worms have wieners?
They are the wiener. Because they fuck everything up.
They make earthworms. Okay, that makes sense.
Damn, dude. Little Dick Click in the house. I'm with you, bro. I got it badged up right here. So
Little Dick Click is running shit right now, man.
Don't feel too bad.
I think that's like in the last 4 episodes.
Actually, I think that's how. I mean, I haven't seen it in a couple of years. My belly's been, you know.
I'm right there with you, Bubba. Could you reach over and hit the next slide, my man?
Yeah, dude.
We've been on that one forever. So, you were in the military?
Yes. Back in '97, I was drinking myself crazy. I graduated high school in '97. Turned 18, July '97. And I tried going to Rocky Mountain College. I tried walking on the basketball team there. I used to play basketball in high school.
Yeah.
Always made fun of the wrestlers.
Okay.
You know, because I didn't want to wear.
I don't want to wear a singlet,
I didn't want to wear the onesie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm right there with you, and then I ended up wrestling.
When I get back, when I got in the fight, and that was one of my regrets. But
yep.
So I tried out at Rocky. Didn't make the team there. Went to Northern, started drinking. Continued drinking heavy. One day.
What'd you study?
I was just trying to get the basics, trying to figure out what I want to do. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then eventually I wanted to try to be a physical therapist.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Cool.
But yeah, I couldn't do the school thing. I don't learn that way.
People don't do.
I can't learn reading.
I think
gotta-
that'd be
I gotta
really
do
cool
it.
because if you look how I'm sitting, I got the shoulder thing going on, so I get it.
But yeah, so we had a party. This was in '98. One of my friends and I had a party. Next thing I know, woke up and one of our other friends brought a recruiter, a National Guard recruiter, and was sitting there listening to him, and all I can hear him say was money, money, money. You know, you get money for this, money for that. I'm looking around. I said, man, we're out of alcohol. We're out of out of beer. What the hell? Out of money.
Yeah.
All right, give me that paper. Signed it.
Hell yeah, dude.
Went to MEPS, did all that stuff, and he told me, he said, well, we can get you basic training in about 6 months. I said, I need to go now. I said, I need to get out of here now, because I knew I was just drinking my life away.
Yeah,
so, a month later, I was on the plane to Oklahoma.
Wow.
Yeah.
They sent you to Oklahoma.
Fort
to do
Sill.
Basic. Yeah. That's
So-
a hot place where you fucking do your basic. That was like, what was
That wasn't bad. No,
That wasn't bad.
I loved it. I loved basic
From coming
training.
from up here though, and it's so fucking hot.
Yeah, it was okay.
Really?
Yeah, I mean
Wow.
they did the humidity check every little while. Work 10 minutes, rest 50 or whatever.
Sure.
But I was in really good shape then. Do 60 push-ups 2 minutes, 70 sit-ups 2 minutes, and did my 2 miles in under 10. And I made a mistake doing that. Getting a fast time on my run.
Yeah.
Because
Now they expect it.
well, they asked me how I got such a fast time, so they watched me. I did intervals. I'd sprint down so far, we did it around the block, around the barracks.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd sprint down to the end of the street, jog down to the end of the next street, and then sprint as fast as I could. So they saw that,
So you're
and
like lightning.
so yeah, but they saw that.
Yeah, it's thunder and lightning at the same time.
We had some privates there that couldn't pass their run, so after night PT, before we went to bed, I had to take these privates out that couldn't pass their run. I couldn't do my laundry. I couldn't write my letters. None of that, because I had to take these guys out and show them how to pass their PT test. So I was like, God damn it.
Dang it, dude.
But
Just run.
basic training was awesome, man. I loved it. The drill sergeants there, I remember one of them one time, he said, Killeagle, he said, we get up in your face, we do this, we do that, we can't get to you. What the hell's the deal? I looked down and said, drill sergeant, you're not my dad. He's like, wow, okay.
Fair enough.
I said, you can't put me through what my dad put me through. I mean, my dad was strict,
Yeah.
He was very strict. But, just little things like that. I remember one time we was walking down this hallway, going to this other area to go eat chow, because our kitchen was closed, whatever. And there was this Samoan dude sitting on this bench in his civvies, really talking shit to the drill sergeants. And drill sergeant walked up to me and goes, see that, Killeagle? I said, yes, drill sergeant. What do you think of that? I said, I think that guy's a little bitch for, the way he's acting. He said, you think you can kick his ass? I said, I know I can, drill sergeant. He goes, go at it. So I started walking over towards him.
Encourage it?
Yeah, well, he did. He didn't think I was going to walk over there, so he grabbed me and goes, God damn, Killeagle. He said, what are you heading over there for? Well, you told me to, drill sergeant. Pulled the Forrest Gump thing, but,
You gotta go over there, just put the mop to him,
yeah, I
huh?
was gonna.
Fucking just grab the lunch pail and get to
Well,
work, right?
This drill sergeant stood up
That's
for me one
of my
time.
favorite lines.
This drill sergeant, he stood up for me one time. I was in chow, and I always got 2 milks.
Yeah.
And we got to carry them like grenades. So I was carrying my 2 milks. And this other drill sergeant from this other battery comes over. He goes, are you allowed to have 2 milks? I said, yes, drill sergeant. Your drill sergeant allows you to have 2 milks? I said, yes, drill sergeant. Can you even pass your PT test? I said,
That's fine, PT.
I told him, I said,
I train PT. What do you mean?
Yeah.
Train PT.
I told him, I said, I got one of the best scores in our battery. Oh, now you're going to lie to me? My drill sergeant heard all this. He comes over, he goes, what are you doing with my private? He goes, well, this private right here says he can pass his PT test. He said, Killeagle can pass his PT test. He says, why are you bothering my private? Well, he's got 2 milks. Killeagle can have all the goddamn milks he wants,
Nice.
Don't you ever come up to my private like this. He goes, goddamn, next time you do it, I'm like Killeagle, take you out back, whip your ass. I was like, goddamn, drill sergeant, yeah. Well, I got in good with the drill sergeants because I had my mom send 2 boxes of fry bread over.
Oh, nice.
So, and my one drill sergeant, he said, Killeagle, what's in this box? I said, oh, my mom sent my fry bread, drill sergeant. What the hell is fry bread?
You know, like some
weird, dude.
Like some major pay shit.
Yeah. So
yeah.
I mean,
what is fried bread?
That's how he said it, man. That's how he said it. What is this fried bread? I said, oh man, you gotta have one, Jill Sergeant. So I gave him one, and I always like to have mine with syrup. So she put maple syrup in there.
Don't talk about.
And he goes,
I love fried bread.
the hell's this syrup for? I said, you put it on your fried bread and you eat it that way. So he ate it. He goes, God damn, this is really good. Fried bread. He said.
Yo, dude, that's a funny story.
But a couple weeks later,
I like that story, dude.
Couple weeks later, he comes up to me and goes, hey, Killeagle, when's your mom gonna send some more of that fried bread?
I like that story a lot, dude.
But yeah, I got in good with them. And it didn't rain the whole time he was there, so the drill sergeant.
I'm gonna keep that forever, dude. Thank you.
Yeah, I had a blast there. I mean, a lot of people don't like it.
I just heard it was so fucking hot. It was miserable, dude.
It was at times, but you know what do you do? I mean, we go out in the sand pit. The smoke is in the sand pit, and they say put your hands on the sand. So we put our hands on the sand. It'll be burning hot. So never gonna smoke you. Had to put our hands down. I was burying my hands in the sand to get down to the cold stuff and doing push-ups. They couldn't do it on pavement because pavement's way too hot. You know.
Yeah.
Our hands couldn't handle that.
That makes sense. Oh, and you have to put it underneath.
Yeah.
That's fucking wild to think about, dude.
That's smart. But it also builds your hands because it's like rice.
How long did you end up serving that?
Well, I was in the National Guard. So when I got back, it was artillery. I did 6 years artillery.
Nice.
I can barely hear.
Service, man.
Oh, my pleasure.
No, I'm serious. I mean, like, I used to be a little ignorant prick and not care what that meant, but dude, no, it means something to me now. You know what I mean? As an adult, because I have kids and shit.
Well, me, like a lot of people, is looking for a way out of our situations, you know, and that's what the military is made up of.
How long you been sober?
9 years.
Congratulations, man.
Thank you.
I know how hard it is to quit addiction shit, dude. So congratulations.
Well, I made a promise to my oldest son, because I got more kids than I told you guys about. You know, I got, I think, 10 kids altogether.
What?
They're not biological, but
okay.
I raised them.
Sure.
They are my kids. I mean, no question, they are my kids.
Yeah.
But my oldest son, I made a promise to him that I'd never, ever drink again. I ended up in jail in Bozeman. We was in Bozeman for a basketball tournament. And one of the players I used to coach was playing for Arlie, so we went to go watch him. And we went out, and my brother and I got jumped outside this bar. I can't remember what bar it was called. But I remember was arguing with people, and then it was finally, you know, I might have. Incident happened inside the bar that night. This guy was trying to walk up on my sister. He's trying to walk up on her all hard and stuff, you know, like he's gonna do something. So I stopped him. I said, "What the hell are you doing?" "Well, I'm trying to go up and talk to this girl." He said, "That's my sister." I said, "What the hell are you trying to walk up on her like that for?" "Why, I can't talk to her?" I said, Come out here, you know, because she doesn't drink. She still doesn't drink.
Okay.
She never did, but you know, you can't walk up on my sister like that. What the hell's wrong with you, you know? And he told me, he goes, "You don't want to fuck with me. I got all my boys upstairs. We're all strapped." I hate getting threatened with guns.
Me too.
I just flipped the switch and you can't really stop me.
Yeah.
You know. And he took off running from me in this crowd, and now I'm walking through this crowd and I'm knocking people over trying to get at this guy. I mean, I think there's some Bobcat linebackers in there. I seen them. Knocked them out of the way. I mean, I'm just walking through this crowd, just bowling people over. So I might have caused it that way.
Yeah.
But we was outside, and we was all cool and stuff with the people I was arguing with, about ready to leave. I look back, and my brother's squaring up with this one dude. So I start walking over there. All of a sudden, this other guy hits my brother from behind. And I was like, "Oh no, that shit ain't gonna happen."
Yeah, we know how
so
that
I grabbed
goes.
him, I fucking threw him across the parking lot. I said, "You know, how dare you do that to my brother?" And all of a sudden, everyone outside is jumping on top of us. And I swear I didn't throw one punch, but I'm throwing people. I mean, I picked this one dude up. I remember picking him up by his shirt, picked him up, stood him up on his feet. I said, "Do you want to go to the goddamn hospital tonight?" No. So I threw him back. "Get the fuck out of here!" You know?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just throwing people, and all this, you know, I had people on my legs. All of a sudden, I'm on the ground. trying to kick this one guy off my leg. This other guy trying to grab him off my brother. Then I hear the cuffs, so I stop, completely stop, put my hands behind my back. And I don't know why I started hollering, I'm a veteran, you can't do this to me, I'm a veteran. I don't know why the hell I was hollering that, I was just drunker than hell. But next day, when we got bailed out, you know, my son, he was with us, he was at my uncle's, walked in the house, seen the look on his face, and I said, Tyrese, I said, I'm sorry. I said, I'm so sorry, my boy. I said, I make you this promise right here and now. No more. I'm done. I'm done drinking. He said, oh, I heard that before. I said, not for me. You haven't. I said, I swear to God, my boy. I said, I'm done. I haven't touched a drop since. But
Well,
back to that brawl, though.
You didn't need military all along.
I needed my boy. I haven't really talked to my boy, and, you know, he's doing his thing, whatever. But, you know, I miss him. I miss him. But back to that brawl, we watched, you know, everyone had video camcorder or phones. Shit, I'm old school. But everyone had their phones out, you know, recording this. And they were trying to get me for obstruction of an officer, physical obstruction of an officer. I said, where do you get that from? Oh, this one officer said you got physical with them, blah, blah, blah. And they had it on video. There's this cop, and my sister was telling me about this. He was on top of me, just kneeing me in the ribs, and I didn't feel it. I didn't feel a damn thing, you know. And he didn't even announce himself being a cop. He was in street clothes, but his badge fell out. You know, his badge fell out like that. And my lawyer, that he was court appointed, whatever lawyer, whatever.
Public defenders.
There you go. Yeah. When he was counseling me, he goes, I think you should plead guilty to the obstruction of an officer. I said, why would I do that?
Yeah.
Well, the video's right here. I said, you go back, you watch that video, see if he announces himself as a cop.
Yeah.
He goes, well, okay. He comes back, or he calls me back, he goes, yeah, you're right. He didn't announce himself as a cop, and he's hitting you, he's doing all this stuff. That's exactly.
That's just all on him, right?
Yeah. Well, you know, my dad kind of wanted me to go after him, you know.
I mean, that makes sense. If you play it back, you're like, dude, I was assaulted, actually, dude.
Yeah. I mean, my dad wanted to go after the city for this and that. I said, nah. I said, this is a lesson learned. Pled guilty to disorderly conduct, and that was it. You know, no more. Not going back to that shit.
So, I got a question for you. You're rocking a T-shirt right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
What's up with it?
So,
let me get in here. I want to check it out.
so this design right here is a warrior with a headdress on. He's wearing some boxing gloves and holding the baby. Back in before we did.
I like the shirt actually a lot, dude. I like the design of it.
So before we did Fight for a Future 2, I put out to all the local schools on the around us for a contest, a design contest. So Conan Custerop designed this. We bought it off.
How old is he?
He
Was it a kid or was it?
He was 14 at the time.
Nice, dude. It's a nice design.
Yeah, I like it.
no, that's
So-
cool. Yeah.
And then so now we're gonna work out this. You know, I got a hold of is it Brindle Printing
Brindle.
or Brandel?
Brindle, yeah.
Brandel Printing. I reached out to Kyle Ney down in Helena.
Yeah, shout out Kyle Ney. He fucks with us too, man.
Kai told me about him. Kai and Bam.
Shout out
Ruben.
Kyle Ney. He fucks with us pretty heavy, man.
And shout out to Kai Stewart.
And
Always Kai, baby. What's cracking? You know you my motherfucking boy. Woo!
Happy birthday.
they told me.
Oh yeah, dude. We have to. You mentioned it. I'm gonna sing him happy birthday. It's ready. 3, 2, 1. Happy birthday to you. Ready to jump in here with us.
Happy birthday, dear Kai. Happy birthday to you. This was recorded on your birthday.
Right, buddy. It really was. It's 10:36.
So Kai's got the same birthday as my niece Kiara.
Oh, wow.
Nice. Shout out Kiara.
Yeah, she's 3 today.
Nice.
Shout out Big 3. Woo.
Yeah. She's now a big sister. I had a nephew born last month.
Nice.
So yeah. Where the hell is we at? Oh, Randall Printing.
Yeah, Brandon Printing.
So-
we need to deal with them.
Well, I reached out to him, messaged him. His wife called me back, trying to set up, trying to see how we wanted to do this, and I told her what it was for. So we're gonna work out a deal with them, a T-shirt deal, and all the proceeds are gonna go to childhood cancer research.
Fantastic. With Seattle or what?
Yeah, yep.
Nice, dude.
But yeah, they're
Way to
currently.
make a movement to fucking make a change, dude. Fucking That's sick, dude.
I mean, well, you know, I was telling her about it, telling her story, and she starts crying. I was like, I'm sorry. And she goes, no, I'm pregnant, you know, I'm about to do it. I said, oh, man, you know, I really felt bad. But turns out, you know.
It's a deep fucking story, dude.
Turns out right after talked to her, she ended up in the hospital, had to give birth and stuff. So they got a thing, and it's on Killeagle Promotions too, if you guys want to go and help them to get home. Baby's getting healthy, the mom's getting healthy. You know, go donate, GoFundMe, help them get home.
To who?
To Kyle Day and
There you go.
Brendel.
Is that Brando is her name?
Yeah, Brendel.
Okay, cool. I thought that was
it.
a company. I was unsure of all that.
I think they're called Brendel Printing.
And look up Kyle Nate. Check him out on Facebook. I'm sure he wouldn't mind a follow and maybe some help on his GoFundMe as well. Shout out to them.
Sorry, I couldn't help you guys out more with that. I've been ran over 3 times, so was a fighter. Had Jesse Newbreast beat the piss out of me, so.
I had a fucking question. What was it, dude? What was it? Jesus. My bad.
You're a foster parent since when? Like, when did that start?
So, one day about 4 years ago, we wasn't very far back from Seattle. I got a call from Social Services in Fort Belknap asking if I could take some kids in, and they were actually my nieces from my previous marriage and stuff. So, you know, took them in, did all the paperwork, got licensed as a foster parent through Fort Belknap. Right now, we got 2 kids that we've had for the past 3.5 years. Great kids, man. They're awesome kids. But yeah, it's if you guys anybody got a chance, be a foster kid, be a foster kid or foster parent. Don't be a foster kid, be a foster parent.
Yeah, sure.
It's rewarding.
Is it though? Like I know that like there's a lot of people that are like, yeah, I'm all about it, but it's tough to let the kids go and shit.
It is.
Like you get like you're like, that's my kid. I raised you. I'm raising you.
Yeah, I mean that's the tough part.
Yeah.
But at least you might be able to give them hope for the future. You know.
Right.
Yeah.
If you really love them,
making an impact.
I mean, for kids, that have to go through that process. Yeah. At least you were there for your. Is that have you done this several times or?
These last 2 that we have will be our 5th.
So all right. So at least that your first go around was with somebody familiar, like your family.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So you had a really good opportunity to better your experience for later in the future.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you know, having young daughters myself, you got to kind of be careful, because they called me one time about a 14-year-old boy that ran away from home, just needed to get away from home, was in a bad environment, and I was like, I really can't with the young girls I have in the house.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not saying that he's a bad kid. You just, I don't know who he is. You know.
It's a risk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I hate saying no when it comes to stuff like that. I mean, it killed me. And you can ask my wife. I didn't sleep for damn near a week because I had to say no.
You had guilt, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even though it wasn't your guilt necessarily, but you definitely had it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's tough, man. You see these kids that they don't have a home. They don't have.
I have to know because I don't think we ever got to it, and it's a tough question. But your daughter is home now, right?
Yeah, she's home.
Okay, cool. All right, dude.
She just turned 6 last month.
Yeah.
So that's who I thought then. Okay, so like you got a lot of kids, bro. So I'm trying to piece it like if I got the right people with the right names and the right ages and all that shit. So that I was faithfully asking that question, but like I kind of knew the answer. But it was a scary.
I understand. I mean, yeah, people are when they find out your kid had cancer and they're scared to ask you.
Yeah, you know, it's a tough question. And we're on a show, so I have to, with the story being on there, I have to ask. You know what I mean? Like there had to have been an end to that. So I'm glad it's a beautiful ending.
It was like brief because we were in the middle of a story.
Right, and then he kind of said...
There was an answer.
Like, well, where it trailed off is where you said that your daughter was recovering, and now you're into that much better zone, right? Mm-hmm. But you have a chance of her having possible returned cancer.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And we never... That's where we ended.
We did have a transition, yeah.
Yeah, we never moved in after it. I was like, so tell me, I have to know if your daughter's safe and home.
Well, she has hearing aids. That chemo took some of her hearing, and it's permanently gone.
I am so much more relieved. Thank you. I'm not kidding. I have a bunch of kids. Yeah, I have 5 kids, and 3 that live at home with me, and that your story hits at home. He's a father. I mean, like it hits at home. He's actually had a surgery with his daughter. Had scary. You know what I mean? He had to go to the hospital down in Salt Lake City.
Salt Lake City, yeah.
Yep.
That's where one of my brothers.
Surgery was done in Missoula, but yes.
One of my brothers, Indian way, his daughter had cancer, same kind of cancer, and they went down to Salt Lake.
What? Are you better check your fucking water, bro?
Right?
See,
well,
I'm not kidding, dude. Like, dude, let's be real. How old are your water systems? Where are you getting your water from? How properly and filtered are you? Because that's your source to your fucking life.
well, we had at the Little Rockies, they had the mines out there, and they
What
polluted
they mine?
gold,
Well, gold mines, okay.
but they polluted a lot of the water that ran.
So is there lead in the water and all that other
They
jazz?
just whatever poisons they put in to.
Tell me you're at least filtering the fucking shit out of your faucet and stuff. You just
Right
never
now,
know, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Now, no, not really. They just put in a new water system in Dodson.
Nice.
My sister-in-law is actually the mayor, so
Fuck yeah.
I get the knowledge
Oh,
on all this,
yeah.
all this stuff.
Your
you know?
networked over there quite well. That's why I didn't want to know, like, with your, like, that's why I was talking about a colorful background. How hard is it, or are you still kind of feeling the... It doesn't sound like you had too much of a knucklehead background, but, like, you mentioned law and getting arrested and all this other shit, like, and it's a small community, so those lingering effects I'm sure do, but, like, have you integrated yourself into, like, a fucking real positive member of this community, the way you see you want to see yourself?
I'm trying. I really am trying.
Are you gonna go into politics?
No.
No?
My dad was on Fort Belknap Council. My mom's on Little Shell Council.
So at least you have backing. I bet you could probably get in.
I mean,
He just wants people to show up, man.
He's a promoter.
You know,
I
he
promote,
just wants people to
motherfucker.
go to the fights, bro.
So on the reservation, Indian way, we had the chief system. You had to earn that right to be a chief. When they took it away from us and made us start voting for our leaders,
Yeah.
they're not leaders. They're elected officials.
Yeah.
Every one of us,
Representatives.
every one of us that's enrolled in Fort Belknap, and if you're listening to Fort Belknap, listen to me. Quit pointing at the council, saying what are you gonna do for us? What are you gonna do about suicide? What are you gonna do about this? What are you gonna do about that? And start asking yourself, what are you gonna do? We need to start stepping up. Each one of us is a leader. Each one of us is a leader. I'm not.
But you could,
I'm not
dude.
gonna get into
I think you
politics.
But seriously, man, each one of us is a leader. We gotta stop.
You got a
fighting.
voice for it.
I mean,
This is a great segue that leads into this question. Are you ready, buddy?
Huh.
Growing up native versus now.
okay. So when I was growing up native,
How old are you?
I am
43?
42.
42? Yeah.
I'll
that's
be
what I was
43 next month. Holy shit. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I always got to ask my wife. My wife's older than me. I got a cougar.
Nice.
Or an auntie. She's 43.
Hey.
But growing up native, when I was growing up, I was always told, don't be Indian. Indians are bad. Indians worthless. They drink. They do this. They do that. So I kind of hated myself.
So weird, isn't it?
My grandpa, he was a fluent Dakota speaker. He spoke the language very fluently. I was told he's one of the last ones to speak it
Predominantly
traditionally.
native out there?
In Dodson?
No, just the Highland in general.
Nah, really. You're starting to see more.
Really?
Yeah. We used to have to
White
hide.
native?
Yeah.
Or is it like more predominantly white?
It's still predominantly white.
Really?
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
it's, like Dodson.
I just want to, cause the reason why I ask is because when you said I grew up hearing that, growing up Indian was a bad thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Was that on native side or white side or spoken on both?
That was on the white side. That was off the reservation.
So like a racist thing?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So
I just needed to clarify that as well.
So
Because of
Dodson,
racing.
you guys don't know, Dodson is 3 miles off the reservation on the east side. 17 miles west of Malta. I grew up on Route 8. I'm a Route 8 rider. That was on the reservation.
Yeah. Is that a bicycle club?
I can't deny it. I'm a Route 8 rider.
Hey, Mike Club or what?
No, it was horses.
Oh.
Cool, even cooler, man. That's pretty badass.
Yeah, because me and my cousin used to ride down the highway
That makes
too on
way
our
more
horses.
sense. We're so
I was
city now.
part
We're
of
like
the-
bikes.
Yeah.
I was like horses.
And I was part of the Lori Lake Riders.
Yeah.
But that was bicycle, that was mountain bike for me. I was speeding that thing.
When that song came out, I can't deny.
Dude, I wish I had a fucking horse.
Shit, I haven't rode a horse in 10 years since my horse died.
Damn.
Oh.
Yeah, so. And then now I got all this weight on me, and I tell people if I get bucked off, who the hell's going to carry me to the hospital?
No shit.
So I ride a 4-wheeler, and that's even dangerous.
Yeah.
My dad and I was just working bulls last week, and he made me get in the pen. You know, I hurt my back.
You're a bull?
No.
That's a good answer. I want to need you, bro.
Just baby
Motherfuckers
calves.
are crazy, dude.
Yeah.
People
Shout out to
crazy.
Cody Brewer.
Shout out to Brad McKay. You're a bull rider too.
Nice.
Fucking back to grown up native versus now.
So yeah, it was.
This is a great topic. I think Leo kind of touched on it, but like
Yeah, I heard that one too.
trailed off a little bit. But that you listened to that episode?
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah, I did. I really respect
Shout out, Leo.
I like Leo. As a matter of fact, when I was younger and drinking in the highway bar in Dodson, there's this guy. He saw me. He goes, "Do you ever fight?" I said, "No, I don't fight." He goes, "There's this guy out of Browning that nobody's beat before." And now knowing Leo now, I think he was kind of talking about Leo.
Oh, yeah, okay.
But yeah, he was.
Makes sense.
Leo's the champ, bro.
Shit, he would have really whipped my ass back then. He can whip my ass now. And yeah.
Leo currently is still fighting. I can't fucking
Yeah.
believe it, dude. All these years, man. He's come out of retirement like 3 times. He's like, I'm not. And then he fights. He's already.
Like he
he's
said,
addicted. It's an addiction, dude.
Can't stop the burn.
Oh, but back to your. I want.
But yeah.
I want to.
Like I said, my grandpa, he spoke fluent Nakota language, and he never taught his kids or his grandkids because he was still in that,
People don't realize, we talked about this on the Leo episode of the real segregation, how it wasn't fucking that long ago, dude.
1978 is
There you
when
go.
it first became legal.
You know the fucking history. My man, dude, because I said 60s, dude. I said segregation was not even that long ago, dude. Like legit, like segregation between natives and white, dude.
Well,
Like,
natives were still considered animals until 1928.
Savages.
Yeah.
Savages. That's where the term comes from. They're not human, savages.
And, the soldiers put that on us, gave us that label
Uh-huh.
because then it wasn't cheating on their wives when they raped their women.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't considered cheating. So if we're animals,
Doesn't matter.
and the Christian religion.
Are you Christian?
No, I grew up Catholic.
I just have to ask because I seen faith on here somewhere.
This is for a young lady out of Poplar that's she has terminal brain cancer.
Okay.
So
that was a fundraiser.
yeah,
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Sorry.
He's got another bracelet.
yeah, stupid cancer.
Go ahead. Back to Christianity.
Yeah, I grew up Catholic.
Surprise, surprise.
But I always had questions. There's nothing about the Catholic religion that
Resonates.
Well, it's a beautiful religion. It is.
Is it?
Yeah. If you're
I think
true.
Raiden has that. My dad, biological father, is that way. He doesn't follow his Catholic religion at all. He's pagan now. But he said he has a fucking love. He knows every verse, dude. I never witnessed it before until I had to go to a funeral setting with him during verses, and he knows them all.
But it is a
He
beautiful religion. It's the people that ruin it. It was okay. The way I always said this is the Bible was written by men and changed by kings.
Yeah, I say that a lot actually
Yeah.
too, because my wife is Christian, and I'm pagan, and I say your book has been altered so many times. Because she's like, I only listen to the King James version. I was like, what'd you say? She's like, that's the real one. I said, what'd you say though? She said King James version. I was like, what's the last word you said on that version? Exactly. That's not your fucking real book, dude. And I'm not gonna argue with you, dude. If you guys follow a false religion, that book's been altered and it's been hidden. The real version's in the fucking Vatican.
The real version is a mushroom trip.
Yeah, did we talk about that too?
Yeah, we talked about that
Nice.
But
Yeah,
to
but-
recap, we think it's all a mushroom trip. That was just
That's what
reiterated.
they're saying out there, and they're coming to a conclusion, and they're not even hiding it no more. Even the Catholics are like, this might be real, dude. That the book is a disguised moral compass off mushroom trips. Jonan Wells was used as an example when they were describing it. Like, these are mushroom trips with great moral meanings behind them, and that's how they interpret it. And they had to disguise it within stories. Because at the time, that religion was fucking, you'd be persecuted against, you'd be murdered. for even preaching or thinking about it.
Well, it's kind of like native way.
Absolutely.
You know, there's.
You can see why Catholics are so, and Christian, like the Christian religion is so fucking violent, because everything around Catholic, like Christian, like in order to get Christianity to rise, they literally had to fight to be like, dude, this is what we believe in. Also, you fuckers. And then they came over and were like, we're gonna fuck everything up. They're gonna do exactly what we.
And they crusaders.
Yeah, dude, isn't that wild? How that like human brains are like, this is what we know, dude. This is how we rose. Your turn, I guess. This is your part of history now.
See, we still got people that think, you know, you shouldn't pray out in public, you shouldn't smudge out in public, you shouldn't speak your language.
Really?
You're still scared of it, you know, and...
This is current?
Yeah.
Okay.
And you have to wonder what some of these, our elders went through to keep this language. Like, I see a lot of people, a lot of our own people,
I see
like,
where you're going with this.
like
this
my
is
age.
Like dead languages and shit. Oh, this is good.
Yeah, like we have our elder native speakers, you know, and they're trying to teach the youth. Some of them don't want to teach no more because they're, you know, they feel like a lot of the youth are disrespecting the language.
I was just gonna say that.
They don't.
Why would they teach their awesome fucking heritage to a bunch of people that are on drugs or alcohol?
Well, it's not that they, you know, a lot of people think that these elders are being mean. You know, why are they so mean? You have to understand.
So sacred, dude.
You have to understand what they went through to keep this language for us, this way of life for us. I mean, they went through hell. I can't even imagine.
That makes sense. Yeah.
You know, they had to hide a lot. A lot of our ceremonies are done in the dark because we had to hide. You know.
Yeah.
We couldn't let it out in public. A lot of people ask why it's called a powwow. You know, we're not meeting there. Well, one of the stories I heard is it's called a powwow because, and reason why
you have two native nations. So what side did you hear this from? This part.
Actually, not even one of my sides.
Really?
Lakota side, I believe.
Nice. Okay.
But anyways,
I'm curious. Yeah, I want to know.
They said that you know, one of the big reasons they bring the flag in at the beginning is to throw off the agents at the time. Oh, look, they're honoring the United States. They're starting to cave in, you know.
Yeah, sure.
And they, you know, the reason why all the, you know, everything was bright and pretty and all this, you know, all the regalia.
Yeah. So our powwow. Hey, Kai, thanks for tuning in, my buddy, and Rachel. What's up, you guys? Our powwows, like, because this, I want to know all this now. You got me fascinated. Are they fairly recent then? Within the last 120 years?
No, we've always had celebrations.
We've always danced. Been like a heritage of us natives.
We've always danced and stuff. You know, it's a celebration. It's not a powwow.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
So this is why I'm asking, because when you referred powwow, like, is that like, was it designed then?
So
that particular thing.
Well, when it started becoming a powwow, is because we, you know, get everyone in. Get everyone at the arbor, at the dance grounds and stuff, and throw on a show for the Indian agents, and then the chiefs and stuff would go off and meet in private, so they wouldn't get caught. They're distracted.
Meetings.
The leaders would go off and talk.
They do it today.
Yeah.
This is the United States government. Let's throw the Super Bowl and do politics.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
That's true.
That's exactly what, if that's behind the meaning of powers. That's exactly what we do today in our real politics on a very, very large scale.
A lot of political leaders learn from the natives. Look at Hitler.
Right.
You know, he saw what was being done to us here, and he took it over there.
Mm-hmm.
You know, on a little bigger scale, but same thing.
Oh yeah.
It's the same thing.
I wonder if that's included in Mein Kampf somewhere.
Maybe.
I never finished Mein Kampf. It's
well, the swastika. You know, the swastika's native. Is a native.
Native?
Yeah, for the 4 directions for peace.
Oh, that could make sense.
Yeah, if you look.
I want to finish Mein Kampf. I wonder if that's in there somewhere. I could imagine if that rings reality, if that's been used in history, he probably wrote it down in that book.
Right. Me and you have something similar. I coach basketball.
Nice! Fuck
That's
yeah, dude.
Actually, down here at the High Z.
He says, bring your team from Dodson. I got some balls.
Well, I coached basketball for 10 years in Dodson.
Still doing it right now?
No. First 3 years, I was assistant, 7 years head coach. I stepped down right before Peyton was born, and it just so happened to be a good time because that's when she got cancer. You know, she was born, diagnosed with cancer during basketball season.
Oh, okay. And I actually coached 1st, 2nd grade girls, 5th, 6th boys. And then they're like, you want to do 7th, 8th boys? I was like, give me a week to think about it, you know what I mean? I was like, gotta figure out stuff at work. And then they call me a week later, they're like, coach the boys basketball team, high school. It's like, yeah. I was like, I'm in on that. So actually, I'm gonna have my first full season by myself.
Nice.
Yeah, at the end of the year.
I love that.
But
I love that a lot. Congratulations.
Thanks, dude. I'm gonna
yeah,
do my best, man.
I stepped down right before my daughter was born, and then Frank Benson stepped in for a couple of years. And this last year has been coached by Mr. Roe Wiggins. And if you look him up, he's got
Wait,
Grow.
were you guys here? Sorry, were you guys here for the tournament?
No.
No.
This year?
Yeah.
No, not this year.
How's the fucking video?
Oh, okay. I was gonna say I watched the Lady Bears go.
Well, Roe, you know, he's got his own little business. If you go out and look up Grow Training, he goes all over and trains basketball players.
He's a traveling coach.
Yeah, and you know, he does pretty good. He had my 14-year-old son actually listen. I tried to work with my 14-year-old son one time, took him in the gym. He doesn't run very good, so I was trying to teach him the basics of running, and he was just flipping out, crying, and you know all this stuff. I was like, oh man, come on. And now Ro came along, and my son is awesome now. I mean, at
Sometimes
sports.
it's a person too that just inspires another person.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to get his kid, if he doesn't want to go to like the big teams, if I can get Brady, because he's
In a summer league or something, that'd be fucking dope.
like when he gets into high school next year.
Yeah,
Next season.
I bet you he would, dude.
Because if we,
But over 10 years of coaching, man, I seen the rules change so much that
Oh, I
was
bet.
like,
I was gonna fucking ask you the important question, the only one that matters to me impersonal, because I'm a fucking Lakers fan and I'm a Kobe fan, and I have a Black Mamba state of mind. Dude, how many fucking games did you win, and did you get any state chips?
Dodson has never won a state championship.
Damn, man, I was really pulling for you in my fucking hope too. I was like, come on, tell me you got a chip.
So my first year as assistant coach, it was under Frank Benson, and we went to divisionals. That was the first time.
Fuck yeah.
First time I think we
that's
ever
an
went to
accomplishment,
divisionals.
man. You brought him there?
Yeah, Frank and I did.
Nice.
And then my first year as head coach, a couple years later, we went back to divisionals.
Nice. Oh, fuck, that is an accomplishment.
But we never won a game at divisionals. And
all right.
Frank Benson finally.
You're on your way, man. You gotta start somewhere.
Yeah, I mean, we have runners. We have a lot of good. We're Dodson's got some state champion cross country teams
Okay.
and stuff like that. So
they have the legs for it.
yeah, we used to.
Yeah.
Right.
But you know, basketball's it's changed so much, man. I mean, when I was coaching,
Ready, next slide, please.
I was able to coach. You know, bringing the ball down with elbows out,
Mm-hmm.
and then all of a sudden that's a technical. Come
Yeah.
on. So yeah, I don't even.
I'm a split person with the rules in the NBA or college. I'm a freak. I have Duke tattooed on my chest. I'm a freak when it comes to college hoops.
Duke.
Yep. I'm a fucking freak, dude. And you hear era grades or goats. I don't have a goat no more because I've come to the conclusion there's era goats. I think that's the fairest answer in the world.
Every 10
There's
years you
only
gotta go.
There's only Jordan.
What?
Jordan's the coolest for making basketball popular, like huge. He blew it up.
And he had to go through Detroit though.
But Kobe's my guy, because I'm a Lakers guy for one. And I think Kobe refined all of Jordan's moves. So I think he's like, he's my top, but he's not like I said, there's errors.
But what Kobe
Big
say?
moves.
Kobe said there would be no Kobe without Jordan.
Facts.
That's right.
But that's what I'm saying. He refined Kobe. You know what I mean? I mean, he refined fucking.
And that's what made
Jordan's
Kobe
moves.
great is he learned from others.
You watch him; he's a great student.
Yeah.
But with that being said, like, I'm split down the middle because I like watching rough ball. Because, we get games where refs let it go. You're like, they're letting it go today, dude.
Yeah.
So, whatever, like some player pissed off one of those refs or some guy, they're like, we're letting these motherfuckers ball. I do love watching dirty ball or grimy ball, street ball, if you will. But I also love the class and fucking style that rules enforce. When the rules...
When it's gotta be pure skill.
Yeah. I love how technical the game is now.
I can't watch NBA anymore.
Oh, dude, if you can respect the fucking physique, it's like watching ballerina in real time, dude, with a ball. It's fucking so, like, it's so beautiful. I don't know. That's why I love basketball the most, because it's so fast-paced. These guys, you have a fucking 5 squad, right? You know what I mean? and you're watching these guys you work sometimes in unison that you're like, dude, this is fucking art, dude. You're watching art on a court, dude.
That's how you're watching Golden State take it and say,
Dude, they really did, and I thought Boston was a better fucking team.
There'd be no Jason Tatum without Kobe.
I'll tell you the day I stopped watching the NBA is when LeBron went to Lakers.
Yes, sir.
Fuck
Let's
yeah,
go,
let's
LeBron.
go, LeBron.
I can't stand LeBron. I really can't.
I hated Bron. I didn't hate Bron, right? But I hated the comparisons of him to Kobe because it wasn't real. We watched Kobe till the day he retired. Kobe retired with fucking 60 points.
Yeah, I had their recorded.
Kobe don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? And until Kobe retired, LeBron wasn't even remotely close to. I mean, the stats next to fucking him when they played each other, Kobe always won. I mean, Kobe was a better player, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Always.
Well, he
So
took
the
the
dog
hits.
on defense.
He didn't flop. I mean,
No, Kobe was
he
a dog.
He was a man.
Kobe's a dog, bro. LeBron, there's a reason why we have 20 plus years with LeBron, because he's
won't
not
take
a
the
dog.
hits.
Because he's not a dog. Yep. But that we're watching one of the best physiqued men in the fucking world ball this long. Like Brady. Brady's not even the best physiqued man, but he's still balling like a motherfucker, dude.
What about MMA when you got shit? What the hell is his name?
John Jones.
Leo.
No, John Jones.
Yeah,
still
John
fighting.
Jones. I
John
love
Jones can't fight without coke.
No, I love John Jones.
Oh, I
Actually,
like
we'll
John
see
Jones.
soon. He's
They
coming
say
back.
they say John Jones is undefeated. He can't even beat He can't beat the court rap. His rap sheet.
Piss test.
Yeah, can't beat the piss
Well,
test.
we'll see, dude. He's got a fight coming up.
Beats women now.
Does he have a fucking like assault on a woman?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Yeah, I guess. Dude. Oh, this is a big one for me. Do you want to lead it? You can lead it, dude. Lead it in.
Lead it in. Go ahead.
Fuck you, dude. Fucking do it.
So there's the biggest telescope in the world in China,
Yo, shit, man. Yeah.
and they've been sending audio,
Radio
frequencies, whatever, out to space,
Since
and they've been getting
2017, I think.
yeah, and they've been getting them. They just recently got it reversed back to China.
Like 4 times.
So
Like 4 times. Like China got to the point.
aliens.
This is 4 confirms on random like scenarios that they set up to where they see if they can confirm it, right? They are the first ones. Government is coming out and saying we've made contact.
Made contact.
We've made contact
Alien
with an
world.
intelligent species. And how they proved it, like I was saying earlier before we started the show, is that how they're doing it is that they're saying, scientists are saying that the way they have that fucking frequency being sent out, when it's returned, it's in reverse. And everything that they've ever sent, you know what I mean, always comes back the same. Maybe it's the same, or like, you know what I mean? The things that they're receiving, you know what I mean? It doesn't, but they've got it back. So if someone grabbed it and sent it right back to us, which is in reverse.
in reverse. So they're like just.
Yeah.
flipped
They're like,
over
wait a
and
minute,
sent it.
that's, and they got it 4 times. So somebody's saying hello. That's fucking freaky and exciting at the same time to me. I think it's terrifying and fucking, it's hard to trust China's word. So I'm gonna take it 50 for 50. But when they come out and say this shit, they're usually way more honest than the United States. You know what I mean? Like about the moon, they landed on the dark side of the moon. They're like, there is a weird structure over here. We haven't got to it yet, but this thing looks fucking weird. The thing about China's space program is that they're not like sneaky about it. They're excited like we are. They're like, dude, look at this shit with us. This fucking shit's crazy.
Send this to America.
That's what I like about China's fucking space program, because they're like, look at this with us, dude. This fucking shit's nuts, dude.
You know what they found on the dark side of the moon, right?
I know they had a weird structure out there. I went and they said it was, like when they got close, it was a
It's a teepee.
easy. It kind of did look like that. It had a peak and shit, dude. So they were really curious about it because it was like a square peak. It's interesting, but they ended up getting close and they're like, well, I don't know if they blurred it or if NASA, whatever happened, you know. But we got a bullshit answer as usual. That's really, really fucking exciting to me. Levi, what do you think about it?
Super exciting. Yeah.
Really? I mean, you love space like me. I just wanted to.
I just wanna. I want ship contacts here, dude.
Could you? All right, are you ready for that? I know it's like we can say yeah, absolutely, but we have kids.
Dude, I'd be overwhelmed. Dude, I was overwhelmed when we seen that ship over Great Falls, dude.
Dude.
I was overwhelmed.
This is a
And that
real
was
fucking
close.
conversation because, dude, our governments are literally telling us like, okay,
Me and
this
Ty
is getting
seen the
strange.
ship, bro.
Yeah,
No
we have
doubt.
seen the ship. Yeah.
That's the real thing.
But he's talking like if you're like we're here now, motherfucker. I don't know if I could handle
Yeah,
it.
if they-
I have a bad anxiety, dude. I literally would probably panic into a fucking...
Ty says he wants to fuck one, but I
do
doubt he
want to
would.
fuck an alien, dude. I have an ultimate goal of fucking an alien. I already told Shine I'm really sorry, dude. But if they're fuckable, you know, why not?
Canada or Mexico?
Illegal aliens. Jesus,
Ooh.
that's some funny stuff, man. You got
Mexico with Canadian
Dude,
voice.
you got any Canadian border jumpers?
I don't know. Probably.
I just,
Right?
you know, you're up there. You
Well,
ever hear about it?
Other rights,
Look,
they
they're,
come down.
they're jumping over there like, we're trying to get into this crazy country. You live it.
You know, we did AT in Canada one time, and as artillery. We went up there and they told us if we ever see poachers out there, we're supposed to do a fire mission on them. Like,
Really? What's
Yeah,
that
drop
mean?
some artillery on them.
Scare the piss out of them?
No, drop some artillery on them.
Like,
Kill
actually
Blow 'em
kill
up,
him.
yeah.
No way, dude.
Yeah, I guess they don't mess around with
Holy shit, dude.
poachers up there.
The United States is like, you ain't get shit.
Holy.
That's like war on your people, though, isn't it?
Pretty much.
That's
But I guess that's how they handle poachers. I guess
Yeah.
you just don't poach in Canada.
Oh, that's Canada?
Yeah, that's Canada. Eh?
Canada's so crazy, dude.
Speaking of
They
Canada,
just took guns, like pistols, away from people
yeah,
recently. Trudeau.
that too. But also, they're releasing all their UFO documents.
Oh, good segue, dude.
So, keep an eye out for that.
Canada, yeah, like, so Vice broke this news today. Well, at least I just seen it today from Vice. Vice came out and said Canada is releasing their documents to the public and sharing their information with the United States about UFOs and their contact that they've had.
I want Germany.
This is getting real, dude. The world is reacting like.
I want Germany.
So what do we don't know then? Come on, be fair. Like, why are you all acting this way and we're like. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, we're sitting as a public watching our governments correlate about UFOs around the world now. They're like, China's meeting contact. Canada's getting ready to share their information with the United States about aliens. And they've had this thing, they've had a beef with us about the United States because when we went to Area 51 and with the whole Roswell incident, we asked Canada, their prime minister at the time, there's a fucking whole thing he has disclosed years ago, when that happened, they shot a fucking UFO down and they swooped it and brought it to Area 51. That's Roswell. They didn't share the alien technology with Canada. They were fucking pissed. So it's weird that they're coming out and saying, we're going to share this information with our contact, with you guys again. So this is getting weird. And we as a public, they won't give us nothing. So they released a shit ton of documents, right, that says a bunch of nothings. There's a lot of information, millions of pages about aliens.
They did confirm, like, time travel was possible, though.
Yeah, in those documents?
Yeah.
Fuck, that's crazy. So, that's even freakier, dude. This isn't sci-fi. This is real. You can fucking look this up. You know what I mean? This isn't.
But
even
if we're in a
conspiracy.
simulation, this is sci-fi.
This is a fucking simulation. You know it, I know it, that CERN threw the fucking timeline off in 2012.
But what if we?
Do you know what CERN is? Particle collider in the world. It's the world's biggest super collider. And in 2012,
Atom collider.
yeah, particle collider, yeah. And it's the biggest in the world. And in 2012, they discovered the God particle, and they were gonna split that motherfucker, and they did. They fucking did it. But we bring it up on the show all the time because you're new to it. You just don't like. I guess you're not familiar with the idea. But when you leave here tonight, if you get bored, or maybe you're listening to the show, or you fucking listen to some fucking talk show,
Even if you just want to listen to
on your way-
information about it, it's
yeah,
all
dude,
real.
just
I'm
look it
gonna
up.
be looking up in the sky now all the way home.
Well,
Yeah, right.
just look this up, and maybe listen to it on your way home. Mandela effect. So when CERN happened, people are starting to notice weird shit, weird changes in fucking like what we are used to seeing in reality, like our perception of what our old reality. Do you know Mandela when he died by chance? Do you have any idea who Nelson Mandela is?
Yeah.
Okay, so do you have an idea of when he died? When do you think he died?
Shit, I don't know.
You have no idea. You want to take a shot in the dark.
No.
Like prison.
You know a story, right? Mandela, you
Yeah,
he was in South African prison, wrote books and shit, changed the...
He's on Shawshank Redemption. Joking.
That's funny. Morgan Freeman. I think he does
Easy.
play fucking Mandela in a movie.
I think so.
But yeah, you know what I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
you want to know though. You want to take a shot in the dark when he died. This is the whole thing. This is why I'm asking. Like, because there's a thing that's called the Mandela effect. That's why people. All right, so I'll just tell you. There's a global belief that like when you ask a general public if they're familiar with Nelson Mandela, when he died, they'll be like he died in prison in the 70s. And in reality, he died at like the early 2010, I think.
Maybe 2008.
Yeah, he died then. And he actually got out of prison and became a South African president. For some fucking general reason, the populace is convinced mentally, and like people are like, no, dude, like that can't be real. Let's look back.
It was broadcasted.
So,
He was
and
dead
then-
on TV.
Do you remember the books, the childhood books, Berenstain Bears?
Yeah, yeah.
You do? Okay,
You know how it's
like most
spelled?
people do. Like, do you know how to spell Berenstain?
No.
Is it? Do you remember reading with it?
Bearstein.
There we go. He proved it. He said Berenstain, like we would imagine. You know what I mean? It's actually Berenstain, like Stain, like stain, and nobody fucking. Like everyone is like that's a fucking lie, dude. We know that we grew up to those books, reading those books with Berenstain Bears, and it was like spelled like Berenstain Bears, like a German Berenstain. You know what I mean? We're like, what the fuck is going on? Like, and it just people are piling up these scenarios, and they're like, dude, something fucking weird might have happened in our fucking timeline, dude. And now we have. I used to use the Donald Trump thing. Because if you look back at normal politics, motherfuckers ain't gonna hire someone like that to run the United States of America. And it's not. I'm not saying nothing because obviously right now our current people is bad too, but like, but it's not normal. Is what I'm trying to perceive. That's not normal politics. You know what I mean?
Well, I remember growing up and they said, you know, you got to keep your nose clean and want to be president. You know.
Exactly.
Yeah.
This is what I'm saying. And now we're picking and choosing celebrities
Yeah.
that have zero political background or anything like that to lead the fucking country. And they're like, is that a fucking altered reality in itself there? Now that's changed?
It's being woke.
Where is our information?
Right.
Where's our information from the UFO shit? The governments are obviously panicking. Why? Why are they coordinating this shit? Is something coming for us? Is something already in our fucking solar system traveling here?
Well, you ever watch that movie Don't Look Up?
Yeah.
You know, and they had that.
The comet? Yeah.
Well, they had that flight planned already for all the rich people, whatever.
Yeah.
For another planet. Yeah. That's why they don't tell us nothing.
Mars. Elon Musk. Dude, there's nothing on Elon in here? Oh, there is. Okay. Amazing. Okay. I hate the fact right now. Go ahead, Levi.
What?
I want you to chime in too, because we fucking love these people, dude. I hate the fucking fact that Elon Musk and Joe Rogan are being fucking ran through the mud right now, dude.
Yeah.
Those are like my heroes right now, dude. Because ElonSk is such a fucking power
mind.
force in our fucking lives. We're never gonna. None of us probably right now that are living are gonna see another one of those guys. That's our Nikola Tesla. You know what I mean? And if we don't embrace him as such, like a fucking super brilliant inventor that has a ton of cash, how can you not get behind that? So people need to shut the fuck up. I mean, he's doing all he can. I get it. You know what I mean? I don't know anything in his personal life, but I've watched documentaries on him and shit. He's a busy bee, dude.
Yeah.
Right.
And it's hard to dog a guy that's so fucking ambitious and kind of a good person. You know what I mean? Like, I don't fucking know of anything that he's done bad. Legitimately. Like, morally, really bad publicly. And Joe Rogan, the same, dude. He's made some wild claims, dude, but he never says I'm right. He's like, I don't listen to me. I'm not your fucking professor. I just say shit, dude.
Yeah.
He's like, I talk for 20 billion hours a day. You don't think I'm going to say some stupid shit?
And they're quoting him, and he told them don't ever quote him.
Yeah.
And now they're in trouble.
Yeah.
You know, it's just like us on here talking shit sometime.
I always
10
say
years
that,
from now, they're going to come back for us, you know what I mean?
I like to say that. None of what we say is
Don't
true.
quote us, I hardly looked it up. No, I'm just kidding.
We're just coming in here, man. I like to feel like we're somewhat educated, though. We try
You
to
know, we were talking about 30 years there, you know, of time. So, you know what else has been going for that long that just stopped going? Internet Explorer. Shout out
be. Boom.
to Internet
Shout out to a
Explorer.
legend. Is Internet Explorer the first? Is that why it's called Internet?
I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think it's the first.
I'm like, is it the first like real search engine or search option for the internet, like the open door to the internet?
You mean the first browser? Was it the first browser? Maybe.
Google.
Is it the first one with the D?
Yeah, where's the old button clicker? First internet browser. I'll look it up.
Nice. Okay. Cool.
I gotta text my son back.
Absolutely, man. Do your things. I'm just giving us content towards the end because we're gonna close out here fairly shortly. I think we ran a fantastic episode. But
World Wide Web.
When we went to the concert here, that's
all it was called.
That makes sense. Okay.
I guess, right?
When we went to the concert, Jason and Davis bought a content bottle for us to try, and it was the new Mountain Dew Flaming Hot.
When we tried it, it was really warm.
It was fucking gross, dude.
Dude, it was probably warm as piss.
It made me gag, dude. Like, legit. Ooh. I was already having a tough time. Like,
I was gonna say, if I think back to it right now,
it was really bad, dude. It's not worth trying.
Need the Funny and Mountain Dew to come out.
I seen a pickle one. I seen they
oh my god, flavor. Both of those are gonna make me throw up.
I seen a joke one about Funyuns flavored.
Oh, you're not kidding? You're kidding. I just literally today seen them announce they're doing a pickle flavor, so that did not fucking surprise me a single tiny bit.
So you can't even joke about it, cause yeah, it might be true.
Reality.
Yeah.
Right. We have Braden Tovey in the house. He's got an announcement. Come on over here,
buddy. Look alive, buddy. Look alive. Hanging in here.
Man, it's good to come in here. I've been sitting down for a while. How am I getting in here?
Nice, dude.
There we go.
Okay. Nice, buddy.
You can take those two.
Headphones?
Yeah.
Braden, what's up, buddy? Second time on the show now.
Yes, sir.
I mean, this isn't an episode for you, but I definitely want to shine on you, my man.
Yes, sir. It's good to have. It's good to be on.
Should I move the camera to look at him? Yeah, probably, right? Okay. Oh.
There you go.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry, guys. Braden, man, what's happening?
Oh, you just recently I turned fully professional, and I got permission from the right people to do that, and that's mainly actually that's all that I'm focusing on right now. So that's all that's consuming my life. So that's pretty exciting. It's stressful, but it's
what do you got ahead of you though, fucker?
I've got.
What do you got ahead of you, man? What's coming?
I fight in 7 weeks. I step on the scale in 6 weeks. At 156, hell of a cut in BKFC in Hollywood, Florida, against Brian Duran.
There you go.
That's next week.
Yes, sir.
No, 7 weeks.
Did you say next week?
It's July 20th.
It's next week. It's next week, dude.
Oh.
7 days.
7 days. So he's really tired, you guys. He's hanging in here, and plus he's been watching his weight, so he doesn't get to eat as much, and he's probably running low on fuel here.
I'm pretty much right on weight. I've been cutting weight since I was about 12 years old, so now I've had quite a bit of experience at it. So
who's your opponent, buddy?
Brian Duran. I don't know too much about him. I know he has quite a bit of a following, but I mean
He looks tough. I ain't gonna lie.
I've trained with a lot of people, and I've fought some pretty tough people, street, cage, ring, and
What's the game plan? Do you have one?
Hit him.
There you go.
Hit him.
There you go.
Any predictions?
Win, of course.
A 3rd round TKO.
There we go. See?
Ooh, he wants to fight. He wants to bang.
Hell yeah.
That's what when I hear third round. Oh, when I hear third round in BKFC, he wants to fight. You know. That's what that means.
3rd round TKO.
Okay.
All right.
Holy moly. So if you're wanting to watch that fight, you can find it where? The BKFC app, of course. You know what I mean?
That's right. $5 a month. Mad worth it.
BKFC, this is the first time I really mentioned you and shot you out on your app. So if you're listening to the show, fuck yeah, dude. Fuck with us. Brady Tovey, I'm going to wish you the best of luck. I know that you're going to come home with a fucking sick-ass W, dude. I want to give you some shine. You've hung out as an audience member all day. So...
Hell yeah.
Thanks, man.
Hell yeah. Yes, sir.
You're going to be another Montana boy doing Montana things.
Yeah. That's right.
Let's go. That's coming from a promoter, man.
And BKFC, let me try to get you some more fighters.
That's right.
Let me try to bring them out for you. Anybody want to do bare knuckle boxing? Want to try to make it in the BKFC? Hit me up.
All right.
I would 1,000%. I want to reiterate that too. I think that this guy has a lot of good shit going on. He needs a little help, and it sounds like he's going in that right direction.
So if you got venues, tag them, send them.
Fuck
And
yeah.
want to be a sponsor? We're
Killeagle.
looking for sponsors.
Looking
There
for
you go.
sponsors. This is a cool new hybrid fucking fight program that he's promoting. There's a great meaning behind it. I got a really fantastic question that I'm going to ask after I talk about this a little bit. But he really is trying to put together a movement here on a new fight league that could potentially take off here in Montana. This could be a birthplace for a new fight league.
We're taking the gloves off to fight childhood cancer.
You don't have. It
That's
doesn't
right.
sound like you're not signing fighters. So he's not asking for loyalty things to sign contracts. If you want to just come over here and you feel like you got some decent skills in MMA and you're not afraid to use your bare knuckles, sounds like it's a worthy cause. You know what I mean?
Yeah, take your gloves off, fight childhood cancer. Like I said,
Yeah.
these kids when they fight their cancer, they don't have the safety net of gloves or anything like that. Shin guards, nothing. They have to go at it bare,
Sure.
bare everything. So.
All right.
Let's do this. Let's beat this childhood cancer, man. 3% funding, that's bullshit. We
Yeah,
gotta
total
do better
bullshit.
than that. We gotta
Yeah.
do better by our babies. But putting these on, it takes a lot of money. So we have very little to give to childhood cancer research.
Yeah.
So if anybody out there would like to help us raise more money for the cause, hit me up, please.
Okay, so it sounds like you have a really cool thing, and this is what you're going to use as also not only for your cause and your mission, right? But you also want to do this for a living, right?
No, not well. Maybe eventually. I don't know.
I mean, you own a fucking cage ring.
A beautiful cage.
Yeah.
Beautiful cage.
And you do promote, right?
Mhm.
You're gaining these networks, right?
Trying to.
As a person that I just think money and numbers and shit and opportunity, it would be squandering your opportunity, in my opinion, if you did not start putting on different kind of events and putting together, so you have your fight for your, the cancer, like fights, which is you're in 6 or 7 events right now, but there's lots of kind of events.
And so then you can do glove to MMA. You know what I mean? You can do all types of stuff.
Right, there's a lot of different kind of events that you could put on out of your promotions. You got to think bigger.
Yeah.
I mean, you have something that you have an opportunity to do with, in my opinion. And that would broaden a lot of your fucking events. And eventually, hopefully, would bring a lot of shine to that particular fucking event that you would do for the kids.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That you would get bigger name fighters eventually, you know what I mean, by putting on larger events. For different, for real reasons.
Yeah.
So, like, if you were to do this, well, if you named a fight league, you know what I mean, whatever, it would be hard to name this one because it's not only bare knuckle, it's MMA.
Yeah.
So, like, but you know what I'm saying? If you started a league, you'd be like, BKFC 1, BKFC M, or whatever the fuck 1.
I was thinking.
Do you know what I mean?
Bear it all.
Bear.
But you
Bear
want
Knuckle
something
League.
that you can acronym. That's something you definitely want to fucking acronym. Like
Yeah.
UFC, BKFC, WBC. You want something you can acronym. That's a league.
KPFC. Killeagle Promotions Fighting Championship. Yeah.
Something. Well, it looks like you have that right there.
Yeah.
I was looking at that. You know what I mean? That's something that you would want to fucking structure an event around.
So I sent a picture of this to Lorenzo Hunt after the fight here. I said, man, you need one of these
He's coming
belts.
on the show.
Is he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I sent him a picture of one of the belts, and I said, man, you need one of these. He goes, that's me on your belt. He told me.
He's a fucking fantastic showman, man.
But we've also, we sponsored Christine Faria on her championship fight.
Cool.
We sponsored her, and all we wanted was fight for a future. And she put it right, that's all you can see on her banner when she's dancing out there.
Nice.
That's all you can see is fight for a future. She gave us an awesome deal for the cause. She put it right up where everyone can see it.
Nice. We know the feeling, dude. It's exciting.
that's cool.
Yeah, we know the
Yeah.
feeling. We sponsored Kai, and it was fucking super exciting to watch.
Yeah, sponsor Kai on that last fight too.
It was exciting to
Yeah.
watch him knock him the fuck out.
Man, that was fun being up front.
Fuck you, Davis. No, dude, that's the guy who fought, isn't it? Davis? Last name's Davis.
No, Daniel.
No, it was Davis. Last name Davis.
Gary Daniel.
Gary Daniel.
Yeah, was it Gary?
that is
I
right.
thought it was Gary Davis.
Gary Daniel got caught reading the manual.
Oh, yeah,
How to
that's
bare
right,
knuckle
Daniel.
box for
You know what's so
dummies.
fun
Come
about that
on, dude.
BKFC here? I was sitting right next to Lloyd Mix. He was one of my favorite fighters.
Nice.
Watching him Bellator and everything.
Yeah.
And listening to his comments about everything. He was calling on Lorenzo Hunt afterwards. He's calling on a lot of them afterwards, and that was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And he also said he would come fight, for us for the cause.
Somebody slapped
Did you say Logan
Lorenzo
Richards?
Hey, dude. Huh?
Did he say Logan Richards? Who? That was yelling at Lorenzo.
No, Lloyd Mix.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say there's a bunch of people over there. I was like right at that corner where that whole chaos went down.
Dude,
After
I want
Kai's
to mention
fight?
it.
That's
So
awesome.
Yeah.
there's a legit. I don't know if I mentioned it on the show last night, but I'm definitely gonna mention it today because it's on my mind. But somebody here in Great Falls fucking slapped Lorenzo Hunt's wife. He wants to know who the fuck it is because he's returning back. And he's coming on the motherfucking show, and we all want to see this shit go down.
You know what?
I mean?
You know what I liked about after Lorenzo won? I mean, he beat Joe Riggs, Montana. A little upset. Sad about that. But what I seen Lorenzo Hunt jump out of the ring afterwards, there's some kids celebrating him.
Yeah, dude, he's a fucking cool guy.
And he went over and took pictures with them. I mean, I even messaged him. I said, man, that right there, you gained my respect.
Yep.
That's respect. I mean,
Yeah, no, I guess it happened after his fight. Some fucking dickhead came over in the crowd, or out of the crowd, and slapped his fucking wife, dude. Whoever that ignorant prick is, I want his justice to be served, dude.
whoever
I want
that
Lorenzo
is,
Hunt's justice
let
to be
me
served.
get him in my cage. Because that's women abuse. I don't put up with that shit either.
Yeah.
Right.
I can't believe it. Like, it legit happened. Like, I was like, huh? And they're like, yeah, dude, that's a real thing. I was like, no way. How the fuck did that happen, dude? That's fucking insane.
Damn.
Yeah. It's a real
That's
thing.
a coward.
So we want to know who the fuck it is, dude.
Right?
3,000 cows are dead in Kansas. Randomly.
Mysteriously. Could be vampires, could be aliens. We do not know, but it's weird.
It's super weird. They're trying to disguise or, paint the picture of heat has been an issue. But 3,000 cows that's dead spontaneously at the same time, dude, is highly unlikely from heat, dude, because what they're...
I think all their blood was drained, wasn't
What
it?
they even... I don't know.
I
I know they even...
They were bloated.
They were super bloated, yeah, I know, but I know the professionals are even saying, they're like, this wasn't like extreme heat, like they've lived through this shit before, you know what I mean?
But how is that? Did they go through a drought like us here? 'Cause
I don't know.
When it gets too hot,
I'm
the
not
water gets
entirely
stale.
sure. I just seen the article, I skimmed it, and I just found it highly unusual. I was just like, what the fuck? And then I was reading some of the comments, so like, dude, and these were coming from, like, we farm over here, dude, this is not fucking normal, dude, like, and when you, like, that's why I love comment feeds, dude. You have to decipher whether it's true or not, well, who's bullshitting, but you can, honestly, if you look into their profiles on Facebook, you can get a good idea if he's bullshitting or not, you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
I think it's someone trying to buy votes in 2024.
Yeah.
No,
Nice.
No
They're
matter
starting now.
You know,
absolutely.
That's right. Well, I think that's it. You just...
Is that it? Fuck, alright, dude. Well, dude,
Wesley,
we ran a
Thanks
fantastic
for coming
episode.
on, dude.
And thank you guys for having me. I mean,
Thanks for
You
traveling
got
to
a,
see
so
us.
you got a
Yeah.
long trip home. It's 11:30.
I wanted to make sure that we hit everything that you needed, bro, because you traveled here for us, man, and dude, that means a lot to me.
I need to
Yeah.
hire some people to help advertising. Getting out there.
We have a little crew together.
Putting up making posters. I do little dinky ones. I mean,
Yeah. I think after the show here, we can chat about, like, maybe I can point you in the right direction or something.
okay. I need to go from
But,
this to this.
yeah, definitely.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
See?
digital marketing.
I was like,
yeah.
I'm getting into Photoshop and stuff.
Yeah, digital marketing's fun, dude. I mean, if you know the right people and who are good at it, that's fun. I'm so happy you made the trip here. I'm hoping, like, we had, like, a fucking awesome show with Josh last night, but this one was equally as awesome. This was just a
Thank
really...
you.
So,
super
for
fun.
anybody that's new, thank you for tuning in.
Yeah, absolutely. It was super fun, dude.
If you want to see some good fights, July 23rd, we're in Glasgow. we're looking to go all over the state, new venues. Get a hold of me wherever you want us to come. We'll come. You know, if you got a town with bad childhood cancer, let us come help you out.
Killeagle Promotions. I keep
Nice.
saying production, but
Everyone does. Everyone says production and promotions. They
promotions.
promote a better
He's a
future.
promoter, yeah.
That's right.
Thanks,
All right.
man. Thanks for joining the weekly
Thank
bust,
you.
you guys.
Oh, we gotta get our thumbnail,
Oh yeah, okay.
and we
Okay,
are
cool,
the
cool,
Weekly
cool, cool.
Bust.